We going in today. XP mentorship. How to have more confidence in business. Mindset power room. It's going down today. It's going all the way down. I'm waiting for some XPs to pull up. Some real official people, right? It's going down today. Today's one of those days. Today's one of those days where we're gonna be talking about how to have more confidence in biz. We're gonna be talking about mindset. It's gonna be a real power room. It's like when I think about power room, I think about coming in hot. I think about a lot of different opportunities that are gonna come to, me, that are gonna come to you guys. God, let's get up here, please. Everybody, listen. We gonna grow the room. We gonna wait because it's gonna get Trey. Trey's already in the but Trey's not playing. Trey just pulled up. Robert down. Let's go. Pull up now. It's gonna get crazy in here because the confidence part, guys. That's what I thrive off. If I can help you guys get more confidence, or you can have more confidence in your business, then that's what we're going to be focused on today. It's going to be crazy. And another thing, I want you guys to know is I appreciate all you guys, everybody that's been coming to the XP mentorship, diving in. It's going to be a crazy room. Can you guys please ping it up, share it up, and get this room warmed up for me? Trey, Chanel, Robert, Stephanie, Goddess, I appreciate you guys. Let's warm this up. Over to you guys.
What's up, everybody? I'm so excited about this topic, you guys. It's so important to be confident in every single thing that you do, because with confidence comes power, right? It's when you're confident, every step that you take, every word that you speak, and just every move that you make happens with grace, and it happens exactly how it needs to. So I'm so excited to hear what everybody has to say about having confidence in business, and I really hope that you guys are ready to elevate your mindset. Okay, this is a positive, powerful room. So stick around, get ready. We're just getting started. Share the room, ping up, go ahead, drop some fire, say hello. Hello, everyone. Nice to meet y'all.
Woo! Listen, Jay just pulled up.
Come on, let's hit this room today. Let's
Jay, you
go.
know what
Let's
I'm
don't
doing.
play. Everybody, let's turn up today.
Listen, it's one of those days. I said this before I opened the room. I said, Jay, I'm not playing today. Today's one of those how to have more Trey, please warm it up because I'm coming in burning today. Lego.
Oh my gosh, Stack, I am loving your freaking pictures. Whoever be following you around when you're doing
Chanel,
your
thanks to
amazing things.
Chanel. She got that one.
Yes, the
Chanel.
ones from the TV studio or wherever, red carpet. Yes, you in that blue suit looking classy as hell. Yes, I freaking love
That
it.
got
I
my favorite
love,
color on.
love, love.
Jay, that's your favorite color?
I
That money
know.
blue, Jay?
Blue money, money,
Yes, and you wear it
money.
well. Oh my gosh, and this is talking about confidence. Do your clothes bring you confidence? Heck yeah, they do. When you're looking that good, like, how can you not get that confidence, right? I love building confidence, you guys. It's all about that. Even I like how Jay always said, you just got to act until it's a fact, because we ain't faking nothing. We are not faking it until we make it in. We're just going to act until it's a fact. And then when it's a fact, you already knew. So I love this topic. Oh my gosh, how to have confidence. Let me tell you, it comes from the gut. Let's keep using that gut that tells you to ping in their friends, share out the room. Yes, I got to get it. My business bestie in here. I'm pinging in people from the back channel. Oh my gosh, you guys, if Stack's running this room and he's talking about confidence and he's wearing his blue suit, you know it's going to get freaking hot in here. Miss Chanel, blessings to you on this day. Robert, I am so excited. Jay, you know, I'm getting ready for this huge event, so I'm waiting for that good ass coffee because I get to put stuff in the gift bags and I want good ass coffee in the gift bags. I am fired up. Talking about confidence, coffee, Jay's coffee gives you confidence. This room gives you confidence.
Fact.
Being around amazing people will get that for you. Yeah, Jay, go ahead.
No, I'm agreeing with you. That's a fact. Why you trying to get me fired up, Trey? Trey thinks he's slick.
Dude, that it changes your mind though. Jay's coffee, you guys, it has mushrooms in there. It has coconut oil. It has so many amazing things that stimulate that mind. Really, it really helps your body move more fluently. So you guys, talk and get some real good ass coffee going in your life for
Yeah, I got
sure.
the free sample
Super
link at top.
360. Yes, I'm telling you, when you get a sample, you will be hooked. You will love it. And no, you can't taste no mushrooms in there. Even though it's mushroom coffee, you guys, it is the most amazing roast, probably the best coffee you'll ever taste in your life. And how do we know? We all got it. Stack drinks it. Robert drinks it. Yes, I love, love, love the coffee. And of course, I want it to be in the gift bag. So ordered a big order, I don't know, a week or so ago. So I'm excited for it to hopefully get here before the event. But you guys, this is XP Mentor. Who is ready to build confidence? Stack is getting ready to take us to the moon and back. We're gonna be with the aliens. So if you believe in confidence, you gotta have it, or else you're gonna be scared of them. Huh, Stack? Stack knows we're going all the way live,
We
all the
going
way up.
all the way up. Listen, ping the room up, share the room up. I appreciate you, Trey, because that's the energy we need. We need more people to come up. Darren come up, Khalid come up, Carlton, Simone, Pete, right? All you guys from the bottom come up because this is how we gonna grow the room. This is how the room's gonna get flowing. And guys in the other section, Charlena, Angela, Jay, Tyra, everybody come up to the top because we want to have a conversation with you guys. We want to dive in about how to have more confidence in business. What you guys think it is? Let's give some tips and some tricks. What are you guys doing right now? Who, like, if you know someone that wants to talk about having more confidence in business, tell them to come in the room. We want to talk to them. We want to have a conversation. Ping the room up, share the room up. I want to hear from some more people. Stephanie, thank you for coming through. Dr. Tina, thank you for coming through. Darren, thanks for coming up, right? Rose, thanks for coming up. You guys are welcome to, chime in. And then, I'm going to be coming in as the stage starts to grow, as the room starts to grow. I'm going to start to come in. So I need you guys to warm it up for me. So if anybody wants to take the mic, I appreciate you guys. Let's go.
Hey, Sack Goddess of Movement, Rebecca Collinsworth. Y'all know something that, listen, you guys know I don't get here very often right now, but it's all your all's fault because I listened and applied what I hear when I'm in here. Like I take notes and then I put that stuff into action. And I've been in so much movement and so much momentum. So the confidence thing, like definitely everybody needs to be like ready to take their notes, ready to do their clips, ready to pay attention and ready to put into action what it is that they hear. You have to hear and apply. It's like a two-sided coin. Anyway, I'm Rebecca Collinsworth. I'm known as the Goddess of Movement. I'm going to hush now so y'all can start taking your notes and ping these people in here, please. Thank you.
Let's go, Rebecca. That's what it's about, taking the notes. I feel like if you take more, the more notes you take, the more the attention that you pay to what's going on, you're gonna get to the next level. Take your notes, dive in, please dive in, and start pinging the room up and sharing the room up because more people are gonna start coming in who want to talk about how to have more confidence. What do you guys think it is about having more confidence? I think about it as always knowing, right? Look, listen, put some ones in the chat. Always knowing that everything's gonna work out. Throw some ones in the chat if you guys agree. Always knowing that everything's gonna work out, everything's gonna be okay, you're gonna get to the next level, you're gonna thrive, right? Everything's gonna be okay. I feel like that's the first thing with the confidence in business. You gotta know that everything's gonna be okay. You can't panic. I feel like the people that panic just, right? They cause everything to happen, everything bad to happen. You attract bad. You can attract the worst too, right? You can attract the best. So I feel like knowing what you want, having that confidence that everything is gonna be okay. That's the fire ass thing. That's the best thing for me is, knowing that everything's gonna be okay, having a positive attitude, positive mindset, so that way I can get to the next level. And I feel like it's in your mind. That's why we're in the mindset room right now. It's your mind. It's what you're thinking, what you're programming yourself into. It's like what are you thinking about every day? Are you thinking about negativity? Are you thinking about positivity? Are you lacking some things? What do you like? You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it. I want some more people to chime in. Let's heat the stage up. Who else wants to take the mic for a minute and chime it up? Rose, it's
Hey,
on you. Let's go.
hey, Stack, what's up? Hello, everybody. I'm Roz Clark, the Dream Doula, and what I believe is that our dreams are the roadmap to our destiny. And so when we keep showing up fully and authentically as ourselves, like, we're talking about confidence. And so part of the confidence is being clear enough and strong enough and focused enough to show up as who you are, not who somebody else is, or you're watching people doing things and you're wishing and wanting. My work is all around Like I said, taking our dreams. I work with high net worth women who feel trapped in the lives that they've created because they want to be everything to everybody else. But when they start becoming true to themselves, and that's what we all have to do, your ideal client is out there looking for you. Your ideal client is waiting for your message. So if you're so busy trying to be somebody else, they don't know how you can help them. So, we got to be able to show up, be clear on who we are, and that's how we turn our content into cash. That's how we attract our dream client. And here's the
Content cash,
yes,
Rose. Why'd you say
content.
that?
Yes, turn
Mhm.
your content into
I'm about to
cash.
make that a
Jay, you
room
are.
title.
Baby,
Why
right.
you
Look,
Write
playing,
it
Rob?
down. Write it
I
down.
like that one, Jay.
what you say, don't play with the people. And I actually have a workshop on that. Like I literally do a workshop on how to turn your content into cash. Because again, not only do you want to bring those people who are ideal for you, you also want to repel the people who are not. There's certain people that I'm not interested in working with. I'm not judging them. I just know that I'm not for them and they're not for me. So, like, let's get it. Let's stay up on it. Let's set our mind and our intention. Stack was talking about how we attract what we don't attract what we want, we attract what we are. So, you got to be clear on how you want to show up in the world, who you want to come into your space, what you want to manifest
Come
in your
on, let's
life,
go.
and be that person. So, like I said, I'm Roz, I'm the Dream Doula. Stack, thank you for
Nah,
sharing your
Raj, you
stage.
ain't going nowhere, Raj. You gonna stay right here. I got a
She thinks
question for you.
she's slick. She
She
thinks she's
came in
slick.
there fire, Jay. She's starting this shit up the right way. Listen. Rose, I got a well, Ross, I got a question for you. Listen to this.
Yeah, baby.
Now, why do you feel like a lot of individuals don't have confidence? You know what I mean? Because I didn't realize it until I got to a certain level in my entrepreneur journey. But from your opinion, I have a question just for you. Why do you feel like some people just lack the confidence? You know what I'm saying? I know you. It sounds like you're bursting confidence, but why? I wanted to know, why do you feel like some people lack it?
I think, part of it is really people lack a trust, and so like when I talk about dreams, people think like dreams are woo woo and airy fairy or whatever, but like the thing that we're meant to do, the thing that we've always wanted to see ourselves be or become, the stage or the place or the platform, so many times people, and they don't always mean us ill, they're trying to protect us. So we've had our dreams like, talked out of it, like get your head out of the clouds, or nobody from where we're from does that. And so we've listened to people who are actually fear based. And so they're moving and they're operating in fear. And so I think that that is the big thing that holds people back from their confidence is the fear. Like, if I say it out loud, will I be judged? And one of my favorite people, one of the coaches that I've worked with in the past, always said, you're not afraid to start. You're afraid to be seen starting small. And so if we just go ahead and put it out there, keep going out there, find those spaces and places and people who really align with our vision and encourage us. I mean, and I'm not talking about blowing smoke, but what I am talking about, like you're saying, we got to hype each other up. We got to believe in each other. And if you're not in a space, a circle, or a room that celebrates your dreams, you're in the wrong space, because only people who believe in you can challenge you when you're going in the wrong direction. But the first thing you got to do is get surrounded by people who believe in you, and that will help you to believe in yourself. Because again, it has been taught out of us, it has been teased out of us, it has been bullied out of us. And so there's a way in which we can show up or seek out those people who will affirm and support our visions and our dreams.
Come on, she coming in hot. If you guys enjoy what she said, throw some ones in the chat. Let's get active. Let's get up in the chat, right? She's coming in hot. This is what we want. This is what it is right here. Stay right there. You ain't going nowhere, bro. We gonna need you here. XP mentorship. Ping the room up, share the room up, because we want to hear from everybody about how to have more confidence. We're in the mindset power room. And if you guys are enjoying it so far, let's go. Get more people in here. We want to have a conversation, right? The floor is still open. I want to hear from you guys. Thank you for coming to the stage. Tara, Jeremy, Morel, Goddess, I know you just came back, Nicolo, Jojo, Elba, Christopher, Stephanie, Darren, right? I appreciate you guys. If you guys can ping the room up and continue to ping the room up so we can have more individuals in here, we love it. And everybody at the bottom, come to the top. Let's talk. We're talking about how to have more confidence in business. We want to have a conversation today. So look, the floor is still open. I see Lori with the heart up. Let's go. It's up to you, Lori. What we doing? It's on you. Confidence, business. What we doing?
Okay, I got a second here, and then I got to hop over to my team call. But appreciate everybody. Appreciate you, Stack. Confidence. How to have more confidence in business. Mindset power. Well, first of all, you got to figure out how to plug into Stackpack's energy. So, Stack, you selling any of those energy boosters? You got any? You got a line of energy boosters
I need
coming
to give
out?
me a line of energy boosters now. You gave me an idea.
You could power the state of California. So, no, I think on a serious note, I think confidence builds right on take baby. I read something last week and it basically said the point was take small steps, right? And you'll get there faster. We all have huge dreams, but when we take it in small bites, we get there faster. When we try to go too hard, too fast, it becomes difficult, and then it erodes your confidence. But it's also just about your own mental health, and there's a direct correlation to confidence and mental health. So if for some reason you're lacking confidence, it could be, it's not always, but it could be a health challenge. So make sure you reach out to the people that you care about and to health professionals too, because it isn't about you. It isn't about your ability to be confident. It's about health. And so you got to figure out what you need to get back in the game. So back to you, Stack. I got to hop to a team meeting.
Appreciate you, Laura, for that. Let's go. Laura's in the building. Appreciate you for chiming in. How to have more confidence in business. We're in the mindset power room. I want to hear from some more people. Take the
Hey,
mic. Who
Stack,
else is coming in?
it's
What's going on?
Shantae. So I'm just going to chime in really quickly because I'm about to go into the chiropractor. I just wanted to kind of piggyback off of what Laura said. When you're building a business, it is about those baby steps. It's about the little things that help build the confidence, because as you conquer those tiny little steps, that's going to allow you to let the bigger, better things to come into your business and grow your business. And as you accomplish those, it just grows and grows. I mean, you're the I don't want to say poster child, but what you did, you started off small, and as you're growing, that confidence builds, right? It grows. So that's the way it is in any business, is you accomplish those tiny little baby steps. And as you're doing one step at a time and they get bigger, the more you accomplish, the more confidence you're going to get. So I just wanted to piggyback off of what she said. So thanks.
I love that because it's like the more things you do, the more things you accomplish, the more success or more things you guys start to see, yourself thriving in, the more confidence you get. So I feel like it's, what you're doing. That's what I was saying earlier. It's what you're programming yourself into, who you're listening to, what you're doing, right? If you guys agree, throw some twos in the chat. What you're doing, who you're talking to, right? The successes, the things that you're doing, right? The things you acquire, right? It is who you are. We getting it in today. We in the XP mentor shit. Make sure you guys are picking up some up, sharing the room up. I want to hear from everybody today. Let's get it in.
So,
The mic is still open. Who's that? Elba. I hear you. Let's go. It's on you. What you got to say about the topic?
Well, Stack, I'm loving how you're saying it's who you are, most definitely. And I think one of the things a lot of folks don't realize when it comes to being who you are, the next thing is to how do you appreciate yourself? How do you value yourself? How
Throw
do
some
you
ones in
see
the chat for
yourself?
Elba. Throw some ones in there for that appreciation.
Because what happens is anytime you're not feeling confident about yourself, it's a clue to let you know that you're not appreciating yourself for what you are or for what you have done or what you are accomplishing. Nothing. Because anytime one feels a lack of confidence, they're looking at someone else that they appreciate and they value, but they put them on a pedestal. So they look up to them, and now they're down here. And even though they appreciate them and respect them, but they're looking up, then that vision of looking up is causing them to feel incompetent, lower, inferior. And so those feelings are generating, of course, lack of confidence. Now, however, if you see that person and you put them on the pedestal, you only see what's great in them because they are in you already. You can't see somebody else's greatness and not know that you have greatness in you. You're just not aware of it. So when you see someone great and you're admiring them, then remind yourself, oh my gosh, if they're great in this, then that means I have it in me. Where is it in me I haven't discovered? Hmm, let me work on that because it's here. Oh, yes, I did it here. I forgot. I just never acknowledged it. I never appreciate it. And now that I appreciate it, when you start appreciating, guess what happened to that person that was on the pedestal? Now, either they come down to where you are or you rise up to where they are. Now you can meet them at. Now you can connect with them. Now you can talk to them and have a relationship and build out of that relationships a whatever, a business transaction or a referral or whatever. But anytime you feel, going back to where I started, anytime you feel like you're not confident and you're looking at somebody, then let that be a clue you haven't been practicing your gratitude on your own self. So this is Elba. I yield the mic. Thank you.
If you guys enjoy what Elba was saying, throw some hearts in the chat because Elba just laid it down, right? That's what we need right there. We need that. All the perspectives, all the opinions, right? It's who you are. That's what I was saying. It's who you are. How to have more confidence within. You got to work on yourself. You got to work within. Self work. Self work. Mindset, self work. It starts with yourself. If you're not confident in business or confident in anything that you're doing, how is anyone else going to believe that you're confident as well? You got to already. So I appreciate that, but it's been a fire. We can keep going. And if you guys are just now joining, we're talking about how to have more confidence in business. We're in the Mindset Power Room, XP Mentorship. We just started up. Make sure you guys are pinging the room up, sharing the room up, getting some more individuals in here that want to talk about how to have more confidence in business. We're in the Mindset Power Room. I want to hear from some more individuals. So the mic is still open. Who's taking the next? Stephanie,
Loving
you
the
in the
topic.
Matrix. You're in the Matrix.
Get out that
She
matrix,
in the
Steph.
Matrix heavy, right, Jay? Dang. Look, Stephanie, come back, please. You probably gotta leave the room or find a better connection, but come back in and definitely chime in about how to have more confidence in business. Anybody else want to chime in? I know Stephanie is in the Matrix. Who else wants to chime in and take the mic? How to have more confidence in business. I want to hear some tips, some tricks. Who else is on the stage that wants to be active? Let's go.
Okay.
Morale,
Hello,
let's
hello.
go.
Yeah, let's go, Morale, let's go. A very rare occasion. I decided to open the mic. Oh dear. I don't open my mic because I usually get myself into trouble. Anyway, right, have confidence in business. Do you know, I just look at it this way. It's not about business, it's about life. Confidence. Have confidence in life. And we can talk and we can go round and round about all different things, philosophical, theoretical, but at the end of it, you just got to do it. Yeah. So I'm certainly not one, and
Hold
maybe I
on,
should be very
Morel.
grateful.
Morel, you made me switch the dang title. Look at the title. You made me.
What is
You
that?
made me switch it. Switch it up. Uh huh.
Oh gosh, oh gosh. Well, I'm not very okay. You switch it up, but it is, life. Whether you're going to school or whether you're going to whatever you do, life, business, and so forth, you just got to go and do it. Yeah, so people can say this is what you need to do and that is what you want me to do, but just doing it. And that song, I'm a little bit of a um, when I say I'm a little bit of a nutter, I'm far from it, but the song that says, was it? I think it's taken from Sound of Music. I'll have confidence in sunshine. I'll have confidence in rain. Oh, goodness gracious me. This is why now the replays are on. I'm not very good. I keep away from these rooms because I'm likely to say things and then I look and see that this darn replay is on. Anyway, I'll have confidence in sunshine. I'll have confidence in rain or something. I'll have confident in me. Strength doesn't lie in numbers. Strength doesn't lie in foes or something. Strength doesn't lie but wake or slumber. So just wake up, wake up. The world is waiting for you all. But people can give advice. People can say, that's a short thing. Lots of rooms talking about this topic, but you've just got to go and you do it. Nobody else can actually do it for you. And we can say, okay, fine, it's like a big arena. So you're going to take some baby steps. Take one little step, whether it is to just say hello to someone. And then if you want to go to see the managing director, whoever it is, just knock the door. Bob, how are you today? Thank you. Nice. Bye.
Shut the fuck up,
You
you.
know, what? What was that?
It's okay, Morel. It's
I
a
got
troll.
you.
Oh
I
It's a
my
got you.
troll. Go
God.
ahead, Morel. Keep doing your thing. It was a troll.
I love the throw.
Remove that
I
person.
think this is brilliant. I open my mic. I must do it more often. I open my mic because I had too much to say. And I've got too much confidence in the world, and then I've got a thrill. I've got a room, and the thrills come in, and I like them to talk. I give it to them. Sometimes they're very shocked that I will entertain them, but I do. Anyway, I think that is sufficient for today. That really is. But just to say, just do it. Yeah, with all the talk, with all the books that I hear people reading about what good dad, bad dad, whatever it is, and Napoleon Hill and all of these things, all of it you can read and do. But at the end of it, you just got to go and do it. And so I yield my mic, and maybe now, next time I come back, I will restrict myself to the audience. I restrict myself there because when I open a mic, I'm likely to say too much. But at least some people might say, "My gosh, a woman with a hat and etc." That she does have a voice. She is not a bot or something like that. I yield the mic for the last time. Thank you very much, KJ and
Listen,
Stack and so forth.
listen,
Okay,
Morel, I
bye.
appreciate you for coming through and pouring that energy in. How to have more confidence in life. You made me switch the title up. Let's get it in. Let's start pinging the room up, sharing the room up, have more individuals come through and talk about this topic. You can talk about business, you can talk about life, you can talk about whatever you want. Appreciate you, Morel. Eamon, thank you for coming through. Everybody else, thank you for coming to the stage. Linda, Jawan, Pierre, Dan, right? Everybody coming to the stage. I want you guys to chime in. We all can, you guys can feel comfortable. Anybody can take the mic. We're having a conversation type style today. How to have more confidence in life, business, mindset, power room. If you guys are just now joining, I want to reset. Just let you guys know, like, it's going to be a powerful room, and I want to hear some powerful shares. So if you guys can just, take the mic, keep the conversation rolling, I would appreciate it. Let's go.
Thank you for inviting me up, Stag. And
Linda,
this is a
let go.
yes, go. How to have more confidence in life. Mindset power room. Confidence in self comes from within. An attitude of gratitude within brings about the power you need to have confidence in your life. If you don't have an inward gratitude, you cannot have an outward attitude. Drop the mic. I'm
Hold up.
out.
Say that again. Say that again. Hold up. You ain't slick, Linda. Say that again. Linda thought she was slick. Linda, where you go? Can you say that last line for me before you just disappear? She just dropped it on us. Linda,
Without
one more time.
Yes, without an attitude of gratitude within, you cannot have an outer attitude. You have to have a gratitude of self in order to be able to pour into anyone else. Confidence comes from within. It cannot come from lack. It has to come from that in which you have inside of yourself.
Thank you, Linda. If you guys agree with Linda, can you guys throw some ones in the chat? If you guys are actively paying attention and listening, please throw some ones in the chat for Linda if you guys agree. I wanted her to repeat that so you can understand what she was saying. Confidence, that right there, that speaks confidence right there. You got to know who you are within. That's a fact. Let's keep this conversation rolling. Let's keep it going. Appreciate you for that. And who else wants to take the mic after Linda and keep it going? How to have more confidence in life. Let's go.
Hey everyone, this is Eamon all the
Amen.
way from Cairo, Egypt. I'm coming right away after Linda because I do really pretty much so much agree on what you said. As if you have gratitude inside, you will have confidence outside. If you have, would this affect your confidence? Because when you have gratitude, that means that you're seeing what you have. You're seeing how much blessings and achievements and skills and beauty and passion and passionate that you have within. So we are giving from standpoint of abundance, not from standpoint of lack. If your cup is empty, you're not going to be able to pour in whomever. So thank you so much for saying this. First of all, guys, I miss you so much. This is Iman all the way from Cairo, Egypt, and it's been 2 days I'm absent. I've been having my life living on me, but it's okay. I'm healing right now. So
Throw some hearts.
how
Throw some hearts in the chat for
I
Eamon
love
right
you
now.
guys. Yeah, thank you so
Throw some
much.
hearts in the chat right now. We got you, Eamon. She's
Um,
healing right now, but
yeah,
put some hearts in the
yes,
chat for her,
yes,
please.
I do. I do. That's how we have confidence. We have confidence because we know that we have surrounding ourselves with people that really care and support. However you are, I'm gonna be supporting you. I'm gonna be pushing you forward. And sometimes life just slows you down, so you can identify those challenges that you have, so you can reflect back and see where are you missing it, where are you missing out, because we're not perfect. At the end of the day, I'm not perfect. I'm never going to be perfect, but I'm going to always be work in process. I'm going to always be improving myself. So identifying those challenges and finding the bits and pieces, the limiting beliefs that we have, because we have them. And I for the last 2 days I've been listening to the 7 steps to unlock your subconscious mind like 7 times, guys. You can never imagine that, but I did it because I need it. I know where to find, how to fix myself. I know where to find things to fix me, and I'm doing it, and I'm giving myself the time and the space to love on me, because I know that I deserve it. I know that I have everything to give, and if I'm not able right now, I'm capable. But if I'm not able right now, I'm going to be recharging and coming back. So identifying those challenges is a very important step to find out where you can grow your confidence. And sometimes we dream so big, and that's clearly amazing. But within those dreams, within that big dream, I need to set realistic goals, because goals is different than dreams. And I'm going to say this again for the people in the back, okay? Set realistic goals for your big dreams, because your big dreams without realistic goals is so much overwhelming. Anyone
Facts.
agrees?
Eamon,
Put one in
Eamon,
the
you know what I
chat.
want to say? You know what I want to say about
Yeah.
that, Eamon? You got to make I was going to say you got to make realistic goals for your dream. You don't want to overwork yourself. Those some ones in the chat what Eamon was saying too, but you don't want to overwork yourself, and you don't want to, oh my god, you want to make actionable steps so that way you can make it, completable, right? You don't want to be like, oh man, I'm getting to the think about things that you can complete in 1 week, a couple days, overnight, right? Small steps. Slow motion is better than no motion. That's what I always used to say to myself, Jay, when I was coming up. Slow motion is better than no motion. And now we're gonna have all the motion when when you start doing what you need to do. But Eamon, I love that. Can you please,
Yeah,
finish that,
and
and
you
then
know
we're
that,
gonna
that
pass it around.
because
Go ahead.
yes, I'm gonna finish on this point exactly, and I'm gonna be trying to end later. But for your point of slow motion is better than no motion, I'm gonna tell you the other thing that Jay always keeps on telling me. Done is better than perfect. Got it? Done is better than perfect. You're a perfectionist, I know. I've been there, but done is better than perfect. So this is how we create more confidence when we create a better a version of ourselves. Love you, fam. Back to you, Steph.
Look, I appreciate you, Eamon, and make sure you guys are, sending Eamon messages, wishing her, speedy recovery, because this is what the community's for. We're here for each other. We send love to each other, and that's what it's about. And she's all the way in Cairo, Egypt, too. That's what's fire. I don't think anyone's ever been to Cairo, Egypt, ever. You been to Cairo, Egypt? I haven't. I'm ready to go sit over there and record a Stackpack podcast on top of the pyramids. That's a fact. And let's start pinging the room up, sharing the room up. I appreciate that, even. Let's hear some more people. Who else wants to take the mic about how to have more confidence in life, business, mindset, power room? Let's keep it going. Let's keep the conversation active. Let's keep it rolling. Who else wants to take the mic? That's on stage. That wants to stay active. It's on you guys. Let's go. Uh-oh. I see
Stack, this is
Pierre. I
P.
see Darren. Y'all better fight for the mic. What y'all gonna do? Darren,
So yeah.
Pierre, what y'all gonna do, man? I see both y'all.
All right, I'll jump on it for real quickly here for a bit. You said something. First of all, good afternoon, everybody, or good morning, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. Stack, I want to build on something that you brought up just a few moments ago. You mentioned about starting slow or just starting making realistic goals. Um, I, Keeping confidence, particularly for business, is difficult because a lot of things are just tied together. The analogy I like to give people is that it's very similar to Jenga pieces. The idea that if you pull one piece, you pull another piece, the whole stack falls down. But in business, you don't know which of those pieces are going to get pulled that will actually make the stack fall. So you're anxious. To Stack's point, you do need to make realistic goals, particularly if you're starting out. And one of the little tricks I've learned along the way is to talk about what I'm getting accomplished, not just what I'm about to do. I think when people talk about what they are about to do, yeah, it may seem motivating, but what you're actually doing is putting some pressure on yourself a little bit. Just as the woman that brought up earlier, when you go out and do it, take those steps and then turn around, audit those steps, and then explain to people what it is that you did. That either if you're running a business, how did you help a customer? Those are the things that people are going to listen to and respond to and clap for you. And those are the things that will build your confidence naturally. Still takes a lot of time, still takes a lot of effort, but you should not be what you don't want to do is make it so much, to stray so much into the motivational side that becomes something that doesn't, there's a lot of things that go on in life that, um, in work and life in general that may seem helpful, but they may not be that all that important. You go to Target a million times a day to go get, take care of your errands, get your spick and span, get your dishwashing liquid, get your towels, that type of stuff. But those aren't life altering events. The things you remember are the things about, the first time that you fell in love, the first time the time you got engaged, and for a lot of people, it's maybe the time you got divorced. Basically, I mean, there's a lot of things that play into that. And what you want to do is for those baby steps for anything that you want to get accomplished, organize it as best you can, and then celebrate those things every quarter. I'll say this real quick and then I'll release the mic. A lot of times companies, you see this on CNBC and Bloomberg, you get companies that give these earnings reports and what have you. Well, give yourself a joy report every quarterly. What are the things that you're getting done during a quarter? Sometimes those things can help remind you of why you're doing something and maybe helping you to build that confidence, build that interest, and sustain it. So again, take those small steps, organize it as best as you can, and then take the time to celebrate the joys when possible. And I'm gonna release the mic and thank you for letting me speak.
That's what I was saying, man. It doesn't matter if the wins are big, small. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. You appreciate those wins so that way you can get more. Every time I appreciated something, I always got more. You appreciate what's in front of you so you can receive more. So I love that, bro. We going in right now. I need you guys to ping the room up, share the room up, and have some more individuals come to the stage and talk about how to have more confidence in life, biz, mindset, power room, win the XP mentorship. Let's keep pinging it up. Let's keep sharing it up. And I want to hear from everybody that's on
Mhm.
stage. Who's taking the mic next, Jay? What's
I
good?
got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Thank you, Stack. Hey, I appreciate that share, Pierre. This is what I'm talking about. It's intention. Everybody in the room understand that when you see a title like this, you come in and you go, I'm going to make this intentional. How to have more confidence in life, in business, a mindset. All right. So when we think about is it possible? Is it obtainable? Yes, it is, but we've got to be intentional about it. Now, I put a link at the top. I want everybody to click on the link at the top because I'm going to give you a free gift. I'm one of the most intentional people you're ever going to meet about this subject, about mastering the subconscious mind. If you want to have confidence, their confidence for a fact is residing in your subconscious mind. The problem is, from 0 to 7 years of age, your subconscious mind got hijacked with information that you didn't put in there. It was somebody else. So I've taken the time, effort, energy, and broke this down, and I want to give you the ultimate guide to mind programming. Your mind, I'm telling you, there's a 99% chance that your mind was programmed the wrong way to where you struggle with confidence. And if you struggle with confidence, there's no way you can be happy. There's very few people you know on the earth today that are happy. So here's what I want you to do. Just click on that link, go through that guide, then send me a back channel message after you went through that guide. Tell me how it made you feel. I introduce you to the 7 steps to unlocking your subconscious mind, which Eamon talked to you about. I made it so obtainable for everybody to go through this. I mean, I professionally recorded one of the most ripping, unlocking your subconscious minds, leading to happiness and confidence programs you've ever seen. The feedback is ridiculous, and you can have it, but you got to be intentional about this. So I want everybody in the room, click the link, at least grab your free guide, start being intentional about how to be happy, how to have confidence, and it's all about that mindset. And the mindset starts with taking some appropriate action. So, Stack, get everybody rocking in the room. It's a fantastic title. Everybody click that link and let's go. Over to you, Stack.
Listen, man, I stop having your mindset programmed the wrong way. But a lot of people don't even know that when they first, starting out, man. That's why it's good to have programs like this, people around you like this, mindsets, groups, communities. If you guys agree, throw some ones in the chat because you got to have the right people around you, the environments. I always say that all the time. Environments are very important. You got to have the right environment, because if you don't, you will sink. Do not have the wrong environment. If you guys are just now joining how to have more confidence in business, mindset, power room, let's talk about it. Let's get into it. And I want to hear from everybody if you guys are on stage. So the mic is still open. The floor is still open. Who's taking the mic next? Appreciate you, Jay. Let's go.
Hey,
Yes. Oh,
Uh-oh, Cynthia. We got Cynthia
Go
Valley.
ahead,
Y'all better
Bella.
fight for
it's
the mic.
okay,
Fight for the
Queen.
mic.
Go
Fight,
ahead,
fight,
Queen.
fight,
Yes.
fight.
Yes, yes, yes. I fought my way back to the room today, y'all. I was like, I need some positive energy in my life. I've been somewhere today where it just drained my pure soul. And I'm like, this is not working for me today. This is not working. I wake up in the morning listening to my confidence tones, the 6 pillars. I put it on. First thing I do in the morning after I thank God for another day, and Jay Nolan and confidence tones and Stack and everybody in the room. You're on my prayer list in the morning. And surroundings is so, so, so important. Like minds are important. Like spirits, like thoughts, people on the same path. Those things are so, so important. And sometimes it's like you're talking to people about your dreams and your goals, and they're looking at you like you're saying, wah, 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 like Charlie Brown or something. So you just know that you
Wah,
just
wah, wah.
wah,
Wah,
wah.
wah, 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 wah.
Exactly. So I just stopped. I stopped. If our paths don't, run across each other and the energy is not directing me that way, I don't even waste that breath. I said I could do something else with it. And it's disheartening of the people around me that, and I'm not judging anyone, that are professionals and they're in different places in life and they're fighting battles that they can't win naturally. It's like it's already it's a fixed fight with God. I believe that. But you do things, extra things that help you along the way. And these people fight to be at the top. And I used to be that way. It was a fight to the point I didn't want to be an entrepreneur. I didn't want to do anything on my own. I just wanted to settle, just be somewhere, and just get what flowed to me, living life by happenstance. And we all know that we can't do that. And one of my things I say, leave nothing to chance, find a way to win. And I wrote that down and I have forgotten about it. So when you leave things to chance, then you just never know what's going to come your way flying through the air. And you have to battle it with power and strength that you don't even have. So why do all of that? Why do all of that? When you can do it the right way, the positive way, and be around like minded people, spiritual people, people that appreciate you, value you. And that is so very important. And that is one way that I have super confidence in life. And I learn that more and more every day. I stop giving people the benefit of the doubt, so to speak, when I feel it in my spirit and in my very soul that I'm wasting my time. And I'm learning to do that. So I'll stop right there and I'll come back in. I'm driving right now, but I just had to jump
Come
in.
on, Cynthia.
Yeah, and plug in. Yes, this is my space. Y'all, this is my space. This is my space. This is one of the keys. Jay, you ought to add a seventh pillar to confidence tones about being in, in the XP mentor room. That's
Get your ass
confidence.
in here.
Let's
That's
go.
confidence by itself. So I'll stop right there and I'll give somebody else a chance to speak
Look,
and I'll jump back
look,
in.
we in the XP mentorship. If you guys are just now joining, we're talking about how to have more confidence in biz and life, right? I want to check in with one of my friends, Jackie. Are you available real quick to chime in? I know you have a limited time because you're busy in the background, but Jackie, can you please chime in real quick about, how to have more confidence in biz and life? Because I know you talk about this on your podcast and you talk about this within your biz. So can you chime in, please? Appreciate you for coming through.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I have a little bit of a cold, so I warned you, Stack. My voice is
Come on,
not
Jackie. We on deck.
the
Let's get it.
usual. But I love what Cynthia was saying. Hi, Cynthia. I love that. I want to add a little to it because here's what confidence means, or what I learned when it comes to growing in business, as Cynthia was saying, and she probably mentioned it earlier. Sometimes we think confidence is we're the best, hear me roar, which that's a form of it, yes, as long as you're humble. But I think real confidence, especially in business, is being open to collaborations, being open to other perspectives, being open to criticism, not having that chip on your shoulder. When you're confident in your vision, it doesn't matter how you're going to get there. You're not going to get there alone. So you have to be confident enough to trust other people and hear other people and collaborate with other people. And you just have to be confident in your discernment, confident in your values, confident in your morals, and confident that you will attract the right energy. I think that's what confidence really means to me. Especially in business, I've done business for a very long time, and many entrepreneurs, especially beginners, when we begin, I'm guilty of this. I wanted to be the best and better than everyone, and that actually backfired on me because my ego in certain situations didn't want the criticism. I didn't want to hear a different way, and it delayed my process. So I just want to share with anyone in the room, real confidence is just be open to hearing criticism. just be confident in your vision and your discernment, and allow the right people, like if their energy feels good, if their criticism feels right, be open to it, right? There's a difference between, someone who's, quote unquote a hater versus someone who's genuinely giving you criticism because they want to see you do better. So just have the discernment to know the difference. But if it feels like it's actual genuine advice, have the confidence to listen to it.
I love that, Jackie. If you guys agree with what Jackie was saying, throw some ones in the chat because use your heart, use your gut. If it feels weird, then you know it's weird. If it feels right to better your growth, then you take that advice. Too many people aren't taking that advice, Jackie. Like they need to be taking that advice. Exactly what you said. Take that advice and run with it. If someone's giving you criticism or trying to make you better or say you can make something, and especially if they're doing good in business, especially if they're doing good at what they, you know what I'm saying, and then in their lane going crazy, you need to definitely be taking that criticism and be like, you know what, maybe I could tweak this, maybe I could make this better. And if you guys feel like that makes you a better entrepreneur or a better person in life, throw some goddamn tools in the chat. Throw some tools, because when you take those tools and you take that criticism, right? Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe this is not work. Oh, maybe your customer feedback can be, or customer service can be better, right? Or your response time, or your email, right? If things can be better and you take that and you take the feedback and you fuel it in your business, you'll be a stronger entrepreneur. You'll be stronger in life. You'll be stronger in your mindset. We in a goddamn power room. I appreciate you, Jackie. We in the building, right? If you guys are just now joining, we're in the XP mentorship. Make sure you guys click on the links at the top. Joining the house if you're not a part of the house, so you can be a part of conversations like this. Make sure you follow everybody on stage. You never know where these connections can go. You never know what somebody can help you in business with. But if you guys want to chime in, take the mic. How to have more confidence in life, business, mindset room. Let's go.
XP Mentors! Hey, folks, it is Mikhail Woodward, Dr. Mikhail Woodward. Just want to say hello.
Good.
I just want to give you guys some strength, some confidence right now. Hey, we all have moments of doubt. We all have setbacks, but take that as your confidence. Just take one thing at a time. If you can accomplish one thing at a time, it'll steamroll. Confidence brings confidence. Sometimes it's in business, sometimes it's personal. I'm going to share something yesterday. I've been brewing and judging competitions because I'm also known as the beer ambassador. For like 13, 14 years or something like that. And because of COVID and some other things, I've not been able to brew in years. And, I'm trying to get back into judging and stuff like that and some side stuff. Now, this is more of a hobby side thing for me, but yesterday I was able to brew and I was knocking off the rust and I was using equipment that I hadn't used before, but I made a good beer and today it's happy. And the reason I bring that up, might sound weird. Yeah, it's a personal thing. It's a hobby thing, but it brings back confidence. It's like, oh man, I do remember this skill that I have. I do know how to do a recipe formulation. I do know how to follow through and then actually make it from start to finish and then have it, where it's tasting good. It's not beer yet. It's going to take a week. But the point is, find something that you already know. And even if it's not in business, if it's in your personal thing, and say, man, I'm going to build some confidence. I know there was a mentor of mine who said, just get up and you start things. One thing that you can do and you finished is make your bed, right? Have your area around you clean or whatever it is. But one thing that's confidence will bring to other confidence. And if you're bringing up your personal confidence, then you can bring that to any other area, right? If it's your hobby or whatever, but you can do that in work. And then also know that a no, when someone's saying no, don't take it personal. Like that's either, again, I know we've had that conversation in the past, but it's either God redirecting or protecting you, but that person, maybe they're just not ready. Maybe it's not you. It's just what's going on in their life, right? What is going on? Why are they not ready? You can look at that and see how you can learn, because that can build confidence as well. We can take it personal and then you let it take from your confidence. But if you don't take it personal and you go, you know what, that person's just not ready, not the right person, not right time, whatever it is, because some people will come back at another time. Some people will never come back. but you're going to be the right people and at the right place at the right time. If you just continue to wake up every day and just start building on one thing, like, hey, how can I get more confidence today? Because confidence breeds confidence. So if you can do something and accomplish something where you felt good, and you can share that with others. I mean, the one thing that this community is about, but any community is about, is how can you impact others? How can you share with others? And when you share your things that you're proud of, something that you've been able to accomplish, and not like bragging, look at me and you're horrible. It's not like better than. It's like, look what I was able to do. Look what you can do. I want to share this with you. I mean, there's nothing I'm going to tell you right now, for whether you drink or not. But if you do drink and you can drink my beer, and I can have you drink my beer, and you like my beer, that is a huge confidence builder. If you make bread, or if you make some kind of, like, I'm also making, I'm working on some beer recipes, but I made this lamb, and it's a recipe I've done, and I made it up. But that builds confidence when someone tastes your food or your bread, or if they, whatever it is. So the same thing if it's in coaching or if it's in your business and whatever product you have, when people enjoy that and you get that feedback because you shared, you stepped out, you created something, and they are like, man, this makes a difference in my life. This I really enjoy this. I appreciate this. If it's music or whatever it is, Stack. People listen to your songs. Doesn't that like totally
Of course,
energize you
bro.
because people
Of
hear
course,
your
bro.
music? And you're affecting someone. I love when people love my songs, and I can't wait to get back to music and making people hear my music. But I'm out there singing right now, just locally, and someone hears it like, man, I really appreciate that. You were good. That is a confidence builder, and you're also building up other people. With that, I'll land the plane.
I like
That's
that.
awesome, Doctor. Awesome,
Robert,
awesome.
real quick, Robert.
You
Look,
got Stack.
I want to talk about what he said real quick. It's because, it gives you that extra ignite. It gives you that extra thunder when someone supports your business. Goes the book with stack.com. Goes to stackpackmedia.com. Tropical Storm by Stack. When people support you, you get that extra ignite. And if you guys agree, throw some goddamn fire emojis in the chat. And before I pass it to Robert, y'all need to share this room out. Because there's only 37 shares in here, 56 people. I need y'all to share the room out. But when someone supports you, you get that extra fire and ignite inside of your business. I need more fire. I don't think y'all hear me. I need more fire emojis in the chat tonight. Y'all need to be in the chat. What's good with the chat right now? Is the chat on? Is this thing working? Where's the chat at? What y'all doing? Nah, Jay, I don't think
Put some
they
fire in the chat.
put some
Come
fire.
on,
The
sir.
chat, the chat's broken. What y'all better
For
get up in the
for
chat.
Mr.
Put some
Fire
fire
himself
together
on
there.
the stage.
Mr. Fire emoji himself. Listen, I'm passing the mic over. I know Robert's coming in, but listen, that igniting part, I just wanted to really express that because when someone supports you, you know what I mean? You get that extra confidence and it goes to another level. Like I'm trying to go to the UFOs and the aliens. If there's another life force, I bet you they know about Stackpack. How much you want to bet? You put up any money right now. I bet you they know because I go that hard. You want to have that much confidence. You want to bust through the roof. You want to break the barriers, right? So keep sharing the room, keep picking the room up. I'm gonna pass it to Robert, and then we're gonna do another reset, and then we're gonna get back, on track and whatever we want to do with the how to have more confidence in life. But my brother Robert, real quick, tap in. Let's get it, Jay. Let's
You
go.
got it. Hey, I'm telling you, man, Stack and Doc, you hit the nail on the head. I mean, it's confidence. You get ignited, as you said, by somebody who's supporting you. But how do you get somebody to support you? It's because you got to put yourself out there. You got to put yourself out there. So you have to have confidence in yourself first, but then you put yourself out there, and you're always measuring and adjusting to get better at what you're doing. Because remember, practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes permanent. So it's how you're doing something.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to watch for your results. But you've got, like we talk all the time, velocity, speed is your friend. The more you put yourself out there, the better you're going to get at something. Maybe not right in the beginning, but you're going to have that many more experiences. Experience gives you confidence because then you adjust and you'll keep getting better. And the more you put yourself out there, the more chances you have for success of somebody being supportive of you that then does give you that ignition. So it all ties together. It really does start with you in your mindset, but then it starts with you and your actions. You've got to take action. And when we're talking about success, Stack pointed it out a couple of statements ago. Look at the link at the top, xpmentor.club. You want to learn how to have more confidence, and then how to have more knowledge in order to have success when you are reaching out. Join the XP Mentor Pro group. Okay, XP Mentor Pro. It's $18 a month, and I'm telling you, it is chock full of data that you need to have, that you can't afford not to have. Okay, every one of these houses and rooms going back for the last year are recorded and are on the Clubhouse platform for only 24 hours. Then they all go into the XP Mentor Pro site. So that's there for starters. But then on top of that, there's 163 plus hours of training, of master classes, of podcasts, of written, you name it, by the XP mentors themselves. Who are the XP mentors? Well, Stack with a Pack is one of them. Why? Because he can help you to reach 2 to 3 million people instantly, digitally. How would you like to be learning that? How would you like to learn from him being so successful in his niche, how he does what he does? His data is in there in XP Mentor Pro that you can go to as a library, listen, watch, read, stop, start, take notes, go back. It's there for you for $18 a month. Jay Nolan, okay, who's done hundreds of millions and then billions of dollars of business and has trained and helped millions of people to be part of his sales organizations. So he's got a following and he's created success not just for himself, more importantly, turned around and helped others. He can help you with mindset. He can help you with confidence. He can help you
Boom!
with dealing with sales objectives.
Boom!
He can help you to get greater success. He can help you to get in that right mind frame so that you're willing to do whatever it takes to have success. Because that's the point, like we always talk about in Think and Grow Rich, it's the decision. You make that decision. That decision should guide everything you freaking do. That's where
Robert,
you got to go.
Robert,
But
they
you've
say
got to
your
have it. Yeah.
audio's low, bro. Somebody said that your audio's low. Are you
Oh,
on a
all right.
headset?
Oh, sorry, man. That's better then. That's better.
Come
Sorry.
on,
Sorry.
Robert.
Sorry.
Come
We got it.
God
on.
damn, that's a way
We
back.
got it.
Robert.
We got it. Hey,
Come on.
I was trying to keep it low for you guys. So listen, so we got Jay Nolan in there. We got Forbes Riley. Forbes Riley, the queen of
Pitch
pitch.
Queen.
$2.3 billion of products sold on QVC and Home Shopping Network. You want to know how to pitch your business? You think she can help? And that's what she does. She can help you with your written pitch, your verbal pitch. She can help you with your profile on any of these platforms because that's going to aid you to have success. Success, what does that do? Breeds confidence, ignites you. Okay. Dan Pila, the foremost tax authority in the United States. Number one cost in our business is taxes. And it's also a very huge risk if you don't do it right. So you want to get that right. You want to have that confidence when it comes to dealing with taxes. And when you listen to his classes, I'm so confident about dealing with taxes now, and that's not somewhere I came from. Okay, but now I've got that knowledge, and I know that the IRS is wrong half the time when they send out a letter. That is comforting to me. I got to tell you, that's comforting to me because you get that letter, man, you start sweating bullets. But when you know, hey, there's at least half a chance that they're wrong. Then you're like, hey, I just got to put myself together. You can't lose your confidence. Herman Maroney III, how to be able to get business credit. If you had more money in your account, would you have more confidence? Okay, you can learn how to be able to do that. And all for $18 a month, less than 50 cents a day. It is one of the greatest investments you could ever make in yourself. Jay and I talk about it all the time. When we became entrepreneurs, 30 years ago, going on 30 years ago, if we had this wealth of knowledge from all these successful people, man, the track would have been a lot more clear. It would have been a lot more smooth. It would have been an easier task. And now you've got that available, and we're adding stuff every week. And it's just going to continue to grow and grow. And when you get in at $18, you're grandfathered forever. It's going to go up to $98 at some point in time. We're not going to make an announcement going other than saying, hey, it's up there. You're going to wake up someday, it's going to be 98. So get in at 18 now. You will be glad you did. All right, throwing up the mic.
Look, Robert, I appreciate you. Make sure you guys are pinging the room up, sharing the room up. If you guys are just now joining, we're talking about how to have more confidence in life, mindset, power room, and definitely having experience and having years in the game builds confidence. And if you guys agree, throw some ones in the chat real quick because I want to talk about experience. I want to talk about being out in the field, being hands-on, using the tools that are at your fingertips and not slacking. And that's what Robert's been doing. That's what Jay's been doing. That's what Scotty's been doing. That's what they've been doing for a while. So that's why I'm glad to be an XP mentor. I'm glad to be around him because they've been doing it. They've been having the confidence. They've been doing it way long ago. Right. So let's get it in. Right. And make sure you guys are clicking this link at the top.
And what about this link that when it comes to this connect from a social media standpoint, the impact that has on somebody's life and business? somebody gets a 15-minute free consultation with you, like how does that shape up towards their confidence?
So it boosts their confidence through the roof. I didn't work with celebrities, real estate agents, music artists, models. I didn't work with a lot of different people on social media. Maybe sometimes they're not doing what they need to do online. Maybe their engagement's not good. Maybe they're not in a media placement or a billboard or a digital article or my magazine or anything, right? And they're doing really bad and no one sees them. So when you go through, my company with internet traffic and you book a call with me, we actually see what you're doing online. We have a look what you're doing on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Discord, Snap. It doesn't matter where you are. And we see how we can enhance you, help you out, give you a hand, give you a guide, right? And have a month by month strategy. Jay knows. As soon as Jay worked with me, we already did. That's how we met. Is going on here, working, showing up every day, and putting people in a position to win. So if you guys want to be in a position to win, I want you to put some ones in the chat. Let's see who wants to be in a position to win, Jay. Because if they click this link right now, that's going to show me that you want to be in a position to win. There's no way that I would have been sitting in the room and have access to Jay, Robert, Scotty, Chanel, all these people on stage, right? And I wouldn't use the tool. You have to use the tools that are at your fingertips. I'm telling you, the media, the marketing, the getting yourself to the next level, right? It's gonna boost your confidence to the next level, Jay. Imagine seeing yourself on Jay. How'd you feel? Matter of fact, I'm gonna ask Jay a question. Jay, how'd you feel with the cover on American Featured American?
Man,
How'd your confidence feel?
I thought I heard Outkast in the background when that cover came out saying "so fresh and so clean." No, that shit was the bomb. And I just like that you take the time, effort, and energy, and Stack cares. That's why I roll with him because he cares. He works hard. He got big game, talks big game, but then he backs the big game up. So I encourage everybody to go do what I did. Go get on. Like that's how we met. We did a consultation. Stack, you realize I did the same goddamn thing everybody else could do. I did a consultation, but this is the key thing I like about Stack's consultations because he's a sniper. He's a talent scout. You might be on there talking about your social media strategy. It costs you that for those 15 minutes, right? You can decide if you want to go ahead and implement some strategies and invest in that. But Stack's sitting there looking for potential collaborations. Like you're explaining to him your business, and he might be able to go, well, you know what? I can dial you up here and do a strategic cross promotion with this magazine, this one. That's all those opportunities I see opening up, Stack. That's how I feel.
No, and that's a fact because when you guys get featured on different media outlet placements, more people see you and your confidence raises through the roof. I remember when I first got featured on Hype Magazine, and that's a real big feature. I actually shared that in a few, Jay, but the Hype Magazine feature was crazy. And when I got featured on Hype, it actually boosted, the whole website. It boosted my whole confidence up and it boosted everything up because it took a while to even get featured on there or to even meet someone from the website to, get on there. So I'm telling you guys right now, any media placement or anything you do, it'll just raise you through the roof and it'll raise what you're doing. And especially if you have a brand. I feel like you have to have something going on for it to matter. If you guys agree, throw some threes in the chat. You have to have something going on for the media to matter, the confidence, anything, right? If you want to mess with you know what I'm saying? You want to dive into this, I feel like you got to have something going on. If you guys agree, light up the chat. Light up the chat right now. You got to already have something going on. Let's go. You got to have a brand. You got to have a logo. You got to have an image. You got to have something already going on, right? So that way, when you come over to Stackpack and you book this call and you get with me, we're already putting the gasoline in your business. We're already giving you media outlet placements. We're already seeing how you can get up in Times Square. Jay, you realize, bro, I got in Times Square already in 2021. I have a track record of already being on media outlet placements. So it's like, I wouldn't be trying to talk to anyone if I haven't seen them on a billboard. Like, make sure you guys are doing your due diligence. If that person hasn't been on the billboard, then what the heck? You think they're gonna get you on one? I don't have a track record of being on billboards in the mall. We got them in the mall in there, Neiman Marcus, Jay, and we got them in South Shore. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, you can promote yourself anywhere. You just gotta do the right things and know what to do and have the confidence. But all that stuff just raises the confidence through the roof. Appreciate that, Jay. Make sure you guys are clicking the link. I want to talk to you guys off this app. It's cool when we come in here, but if we can schedule something offline so that way I can help you out, see what you're doing right then and there, so we can all team up and be complementary to each other's business. That's what I would really want. So click the link. I'll see you guys there. And let's keep this conversation open. How to have more confidence in life. Mindset Power Room, XP Mentorship. The floor's still open. Who wants to grab it next? Let's go.
I'm gonna grab it real quick. What's up?
Valerie, let
Hey,
go.
let's go. This room is so, so fire. Hello to my kings and queens out there. It is Monday, productive
Much
Monday.
love, sis.
Yes,
So nice
King
to see your
Tree.
beautiful face, Queen.
Yes, beautiful. I love, love my people in here. Oh, man, I just had to get in here. I was like, okay, I was in my hallway looking and seeing who should I vibe on my lunchtime. I'm over here in San Francisco, Bay Area, California. So, I like to stay real productive in my business. I do have a 9 to 5. Working Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. I got bills. So, of course, I got to get that steady income and still, promote my business, elevate in my business, anything that can help me. Because, yeah, I don't want to be in this.
Valerie, I love the fact you said that, because we were talking about this yesterday, Valerie, about, it's okay to have, your 9 to 5 and then fund what you're doing, and you're
Yeah,
and you're still doing that. I was just saying this
here.
yesterday. So can you please tell them, because it's all right, because what do we say in Miss Manifest when we always talk about the dream funder, right?
Yeah.
Can you explain how important that is? Because I was just saying the other day how, I was at the nursing gig, and I was using that money to get all the studio equipment and using all this stuff to do, you know what I mean, and do this and music videos and all that. So can you tell them how important it is to have that steady flow, so that way you can, fund what you want to do and for your dreams?
Yes, yes, for sure. So, yes, I've been working my 9 to 5. I've been in the medical field for almost 20 years now. So, been there, done that, I got my career going, but I want that financial freedom. I don't want to be working under anybody that's telling me what I need to do, when I need to clock in, clock out, when I could take off of work to go on a field trip with my kids or anything. I got to ask somebody. I don't want to be under that. So I'm going to continue to work my 9 to 5, very grateful, wake up every day, blessed, so I could use this to invest more into my business that could help me elevate inside and out, period, to get me to where I want to go. I want that financial freedom. I know I deserve. And me being in this, working in this process, I built the confidence to get that mindset right, to live the life that I know that I deserve, that my family deserves, my kids, my husband. I want to be out there in Jamaica still, waking up. What is that? That pillow money when you wake up and just to money, after you just being on vacation. So I'm just very grateful to have this 9 to 5. So it's not it's not bad to have a 9 to 5 at all, because that's going to help you invest into your coaches, invest into anything that's going to help you get elevated, period. So I just wanted to say, you just got to make sure you stay around the right people. Like Stack was saying, you need to make sure if you see somebody doing it big, you connect, you network, you use your voice, because it is very powerful. That's another thing I learned in this process, is that your voice is powerful, and don't be scared. Just you need
Don't be scared. That
don't be
voice. Let's go.
scared, right?
Don't be
Come on,
scared.
Valerie.
Don't be
Don't be
scared.
scared, Jay. Y'all already know when y'all was talking about all the songs and stuff. I was like, okay, well, I love it. I love this room. It's so fire. It's amazing. You guys need to make sure you stay close to the fire. Stay close to
Why
the
should you
people
stay
who
close to
is
the fire, Valerie? Because I said that like, what did I say that a couple months ago? I remember Scott. I'm gonna let Scotty talk about that too. But Valerie, why do you say stay close to the fire? Why do you think people should do that?
you should stay there, because otherwise you are gonna be in the ice, just drowning in the water. You don't want to be in the water. You want to be in the fire. It's in the oxygen, just the flames gonna get fire, and fire gets heated and heated. You just getting to the top and higher, when you rocking with the best, when you know you're the best, You need to stay close to that fire, and then it's just gonna blow up like a
Blow
big
up like a volcano, right?
volcano.
Blow up like a volcano. Look, Valerie, I want to talk to my brother Scotty too. Look, Scotty, how do you feel about this too, man? Because I know that you've been rocking with Jay for forever, man. You, Robert, y'all been doing this for a long time. So, and I know that you stay close to the fire. But can you please give your opinion on like staying close to the fire and why it's important to you too, and what it means to be close by the fire, brother? Go ahead.
Well, absolutely, man. The longer you've been doing this and the longer you've been close to the fire, it's not quite as important because you may eventually become a part of the fire. Like I can assure you, people like yourself, Stack and Jay and Robert and some of the other people up here on this panel, you've been so close and into the fire so much that you are part of the fire. You're making it happen. But you know what? I can remember many times through the years when I got a little bit too far away from the fire. And that's when you start to doubt yourself, man. That's when you start kind of looking and saying, am I real? Can I really do this? When you start doubting, that's when things go down the wrong path, man. So, talking about today's title, how to have more confidence in life and get your mindset right, one word that always comes to me, man, is commitment. Without commitment, you're never really going to start. But more important than that, you're never going to finish. You got to be committed and you got to be consistent. And being part of that fire is part of being consistent. On a regular basis, you become the people you hang around, man. You hang around the fire, you're on fire, and people will come from miles and miles away to watch you burn. But you got to be committed, man, and you got to be consistent. That's just part of it. See, there's going to be tough times. I mean, let me just tell you this, Stack. For most people, they don't realize you can still do this and still be real and still be a winner and still make your business work. You can cry if you need to. You can slow down every now and then. You can even reevaluate and try to come up with a new plan. You can take a break. You can even go phone a friend, like they used to say on one of those TV shows. You can go have coffee with a buddy, or you can call them and talk through some things. You know what I mean? But you'll never see the reward if you quit. See, you got to keep going and never give up on you, no matter what it takes, even if it's crying or calling a friend. Because every now and then you're going to have a day that's not as good as others. Let's face it, as an entrepreneur, every day is a good day, no matter what. It's a great day. And you got to not only do that for yourself, you got to make
That's
sure
what you
everybody
taught me
around
too, Scotty. Say that one more time, man. Can you say that one more time, real quick? What you
you, as
said
an
about that?
entrepreneur, you got to make every day a great day, no matter what. And not just for you. You've got to let that emanate from you to the people around you so that they can feel it. See, because let me just tell you this, you don't build a business by yourself, you build people, and then those people help you build the business. And when they see you having a great day every day, no matter what, they know you go through some hard times. They know things go like, let's face it, there's nobody on this phone that's never had a rocky relationship before. But if you're an entrepreneur and you got a rocky relationship going on, you got to get it cleaned up pretty quick, right? And sometimes people around you know because they see things or hear things that you got a rocky relationship. But if you walk away from a bad phone call with your head hung down, it's going to get worse. But if you walk away from a bad phone call and you go in the other room and you close the door and you
Come
say,
on, Scotty. Tell
I'm
him.
going to win. I was born to win and I'm going to win no
Let's
matter what.
go.
That's how we win, Stack.
Scotty, you know what? You know what that makes me do? If some, that's why I say it doesn't matter if the phone call goes right or wrong. I still got the fire in me to know that something's gonna go right. It doesn't matter if that phone call doesn't go right. Too many people bum themselves out. Scotty, too many people bum themselves out. Throw some ones in the chat if you feel like too many people stress on that shit. Oh, that phone call
Absolutely.
didn't go right. Scotty, talk about that shit. Oh, that phone call didn't go right. Get up in the damn chat and blow up the chat while Scotty talking about that.
Hey,
And put some rhinos in the chat. We ain't playing. Lego.
yeah, put some rhinos up in there. Listen, there was a time later in my career when I had to kind of start over in sales. I went to the oil business. I'd never sold oil and gas. I had to start over, which meant I had to go get in a cubicle and make as many dials as I could a day. But the one thing I had that a lot of new people didn't have is I already knew most of those people were going to say no. I just had to dial through those numbers enough to get to the yes. So I could have 10 bad phone calls in a row and I would still be smiling. I would still be dialing because I had already learned through experience The yeses are out there. But when you get that one no, especially if it's a big no and a mean no and a bad no, sometimes you want to hang up the phone, put your head down, you want to go talk to some people about it. Stack, let me tell you about this call. It was bad, man. This guy, you won't believe what he said. And you know what? You know what would happen, Stack, if I walked up to Jay back in the day and said, Jay, I just had this bad call. You wouldn't believe what this guy said. What do you think Jay would have said, Stack?
Man, your ass sound like a wussy. That's what he would have said. I know.
That's right. He would say, "Who gives a shit, man?" He said,
Right,
"You don't
right,
know
right.
that guy. Let's move. We're building something here." And you know what? You don't have to be around people like that long to start understanding it. But the more you're close to that fire, the more people can't put you out. So by the time I got in the oil business, they couldn't put my fire out. And some of those people were never looking at me like I was some kind of an anomaly because I was dialing 400 dials a day on an average day. Well, I wasn't talking to most of those people. And does it get old? Of course it does. But guess what, Stack? I knew something in my mind and I had no doubt. Eventually, I would build a book of business. Instead of $400 a day, I would do three. And instead of $300 a day, eventually I'd only have to do two. And then eventually it'd be 100. And eventually it would be 50 or less a day. And eventually it'd be 25 or less because I built business and those people referred people to me and those people were repeat buyers from me. So I didn't have to go in there and just keep, poking my fingers to the bone. And when you know that up front, it's easier to go do the hard stuff. That's how it works, Stack. That's my thoughts. I'm gonna land my
Come
plane
on,
right
man.
there if
Come
you
on, man.
don't
Throw
mind.
some fire emo. I need some more fire emojis in the chat for Scotty. He just laid it out. That's why I said that experience, the people you're around, the stuff that the people that you're programming yourself into. You are who you surround yourself with. Throw some more fire emojis in the chat for Scotty. How to have more confidence in life. Surrounding yourself with people that are doing the damn thing. And that's what I'm doing the whole time on this journey. I'm surrounding myself with individuals that are doing the damn thing. Make sure you guys are going to stackpackmedia.com to get your own bottle of Tropical Storm by Stack. If you guys get the Tropical Storm by Stack, my own fragrance, you will actually be featured in my magazine, and the staff will actually reach out to you and give you the interview questions. So get in the magazine. Let's get it in. How to have more confidence in life. Mindset power. I want to hear from everybody. Thank you, Scotty. The floor is open. Let's go.
Peace to the room. Let's go. How's everybody doing?
You doing good, brother?
It's
How
a
you
beautiful
feeling? Let's
room.
go. Let's go.
Yes, yes. Um, how to build confidence. This is beautiful because this ties into what our brother Jay was talking about the other day. To have more confidence, to build more confidence, it is highly important that we have self-awareness and knowledge of self. Knowledge of self and self-awareness is a knowledge of those things, those elements that went into making you who you are. And also those elements in us that are powerful, that gives us the ability to function at our highest self. Another way that we build confidence by surrounding ourselves with great people like the people that are in this room. Those who are motivated to achieving goals. Setting and achieving personal goals for me builds confidence. When I accomplish something that I've been working hard towards, it gives me a sense of accomplishment and shows me that I am capable. Another thing that we must keep in mind is positive self talk. I'm a firm believer that words are creative commands. And
Hold on.
whenever
Throw
we
some
at
ones in the chat. Throw some ones in the chat. You guys agree. Go ahead, Seiko. Let's go.
they are creative commands and the universe respond. It does not have any choice but to respond to that which we put out. And whenever there is a obstacle, or even in recovery, when you face a relapse, it happens in three stages. First, mental, emotional, then physical. When we face a challenge and we start to lose confidence, we start to spin a false narrative in our mind. And when we believe that narrative, that's when we start to go down. So positive self-talk is another point that we must take into consideration and always have to build more confidence in life, to have more confidence in life and in business. Another one, facing our fears. The brother spoke on emotional intelligence a few days ago. A lot of us, we take what we feel to be true. And that is a huge error. In business, you learn that one of the things you must master is your emotions. And so we must have emotional intelligence so we will know what we are feeling. I practice the 4-question challenge. I ask, what is it that I'm feeling? Why am I feeling it? Is what I'm feeling justified? And what am I going to do about it? I ask myself those 4 things so I can respond in a healthy and accurate way, whether it's in business or it's in everyday life. That is highly important. I don't want to hold up too much of the time,
Hold on.
but to
Say that again. Say that again, Seiko. Bring it back.
I ask myself these 4 things. And we know as businessmen and women that in order for us to be successful at business, make the right business decisions, etc., we must be able to control our emotions. When I am faced with a business decision or any big business decision, and I begin to get into my emotions, I ask myself these 4 things. I call it the 4-question challenge. What am I feeling? Why am I feeling this way? Is what I'm feeling justified? And what am I going to do about it? And that puts me in a great position so I can see beyond my emotions as they subside and I can make the next best decision. So, as I said, I don't want to take up too much time, but we build confidence. And this is an example. The brother had laid it out the other day. I don't know if everyone in the building was here. I wish you were. You know, Jay. Jay is not just going to tell us about the topic, but he is going to take each element apart, explain them, and then put it back together. One thing we must do is take care of ourselves. Taking care of ourselves, our mental well being plays a huge role in our confidence. Taking care of ourselves by exercising, eating well, getting enough sleep, practicing self care, all of this can contribute to feeling more confident. And remember, before I close, building confidence is a journey and it may take time. But it's important, it's highly important to be patient with yourself and celebrate even small wins along the way and stay in the presence of these beautiful people and like minded people of these beautiful people and continue to thrive. I thank you for your time. I thank you all for your minds. Peace and blessings.
Listen, throw some threes in the chat if you guys agree with the building the confidence is a journey. So I want to tell you guys, we were talking about this, those wins, celebrating the things that you guys, the small achievement, the big achievement, everything you embrace on your race, you will achieve more. Like you embrace your race. Same thing what Seiko was saying. Like that's what I got from that whole shit. Embrace your race. Embrace everything. Embrace what you do, right? For real, that was a great share. Keep getting up in the chat. I need y'all to share the room up, ping the room up, and have more people come in because we're gonna keep talking about this. We're gonna keep laying it down. We're gonna keep having gems, right? But that journey part, it's a journey. You can start small, start tall. It doesn't matter. You gotta just start. You have to just start the journey. Let's keep this conversation rolling. I want to hear from some more people. If you guys are at the bottom, please come up at the top because we're having an active conversation. Please come up, raise your hand if you guys want to, chime in. Just want to hear from everyone. This is a
Hey,
fire conversation.
hey,
Let's go. The mic's open. Who's next?
it's Victoria. Hey, how are
Victoria.
you?
Let's go.
Yeah, hey, I've been missing you guys. I got about 2 minutes. What I've heard so far has been a wonderful discussion. One thing, if someone has said it and I missed it, I'm going to say it again because you need to hear it again. The best way to build confidence is to determine what story are you telling? Whose story are you telling? For instance, I was working with an author and she wanted to write a book and she hadn't written everything. I asked her, why haven't you written your book yet? She says, I don't know why, but it's something I need to do, not write the book, to get it published, get it out there to the world. I think I have something to say. I asked her one question. Who told you your words didn't matter? She starts crying. She said, my mother told me when I was a child and I would cry, my mother would tell me, shut up, nobody cares what you have to say.
This woman carried that with her. She carried this story with her for over 30 years that no one cared what she had to say. And she didn't even know she was doing it. We have to get to the root of why we feel the way we feel. We got to get to the root cause. Whose story are you telling? She's been carrying her mother's story. Are you carrying the story of the girl who left you in high school that told you you weren't good enough for her? Are you carrying the teacher who told you you were dumb and sit down and be quiet? Whose story are you carrying with you? When you can sit back and sit down and really, and as the gentleman said, face those fears, go into those dark spaces, because we cannot heal what we do not acknowledge. And if we do not
Hold
acknowledge,
on, say that again. Hold on, say that again, Victoria. Pause right there. Say that one more time. And
we
if you guys
cannot,
agree with what she said, throw some fours in the chat. Get up in the chat. What you say? Say it again, Victoria.
we cannot heal what we do not
Throw some fours in the
acknowledge.
chat. Throw some fours in the chat if you guys agree with what Victoria said. I
And
need
when
y'all to
we
get
do
up in there.
And when we do not acknowledge our hurts, our pains, we start to bleed on people who didn't cut us. And as we start to bleed on people we didn't cut us, that's where the people we hang around. We start drawing the people who are toxic. We start drawing the people who aren't looking up to us. We start drawing those things that we believe about ourselves. We must change our story. When we change the way we think, when we change the way we look at things, the things we look at will change. Nothing changes until you do. Go to those dark places, replace the story. If you find yourself saying, I procrastinate on everything, don't say, stop saying that right now. I'm just a procrastinator. I hear that so much for my clients. I'm just a procrastinator. You're not a procrastinator. Stop saying that. I am someone who get things done. Everything you say, you reframe it to something positive. You change those disempowering beliefs to empowering beliefs. When you look in the mirror and you're doing those affirmations and they're not working for you because you're standing in front of the mirror saying, I'm beautiful, I'm smart, I got it going on, and you don't feel none of that, it's because you got a disconnect between your mind and your heart. You got to get in coherence between your mind and your heart. One of the great ways to do this, I share this all the time, is with affirmations. How is it I'm so smart? What makes me special? Who am I that I'm so great? And people are attracted to me. People want to help me. People want to believe in me. Who am I? Your subconscious mind, your mind has one job, one major function, and that is to protect you. And so when you start getting in those uncomfortable places and you start telling yourself how great you are, your mind saying, whoa, wait a minute, but that's not the story that I've been letting you live all these years. So ask the questions. What makes me so smart? What do I need to do to get that to get that book out? What do I need to do to get the confidence? And your brain will have to answer those questions. That's what it's designed to do. You're going to activate your articulating activation system, the RAS. You've probably heard that before. And now all of a sudden, you're writing that book. You're doing that social media. You're getting in front of that camera. You're doing those things that you thought you.
Getting in front of the camera. I want to talk about that. I want to break that down a little bit, Victoria, after you land. Getting in front of the camera.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
The getting in front of the camera part, because a lot of people, with the confidence in the life, they're not, confident in getting in front of the camera. There's too many entrepreneurs and people that I'm running into that are not confident on getting in front of the camera. Can you expand on that part a little bit,
Best
please?
way to get comfortable in front of the camera is to get in front of the camera and start recording yourself like nobody's gonna watch it, just for you. And you just get in front of that camera, you say what you want to say, you do what you want to do, and you just start doing it like nobody in the world's going to see it for me. That's the first step, just to kind of get comfortable with it. And then you have to understand that you are, I mean, this is what people see, right? I'm going to be really vulnerable here. I picked up weight like years ago, and it's coming down, but I have this double chin. And forever, I wouldn't get in the front of the camera because I was embarrassed by my chin. But then I realized, I had this aha moment. It's like, wait a minute. People aren't concerned about my chin. They're concerned about the message that God has put in my heart to deliver. And when we can get out of our own way, we can start having that confidence. And then there are people who can help you to get in front of that camera, to start getting podcasts, to get into the magazines, and just start to see yourself more from the message point,
than the me ego point. Back to you, Stack. I love that. Look, if you guys agree with everything that Victoria was saying, throw some ones in the chat because I really want you guys to be listening up and applying some of the information. If it applies to you, then put it in your business. Take some of the gems, write them down, listen to the replay, apply it in your business. But I need you guys to get up in the chat and get active if you guys are loving the conversation. It's about really getting up in there, really, 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 really diving in because we diving in today. The mic is still open. Who wants to grab the mic next? Let's keep the
Good
conversation open. Who's
day.
coming
Yes,
in?
sir.
Let's go.
Good
Drawing it
day.
in.
And
Good day, guys. It's a great day to be alive, man. And I love what I'm hearing, and I love this space, and I love you, Stack. Incredible shares. And I love somebody mentioned going down into our soul. I call it dig a basement. Dig a basement. Start looking at the stuff that
Dig
you're
a basement.
collecting.
Uh-oh.
Dig
Jay,
a
dig a
basement.
basement. Uh-oh. Robert, dig a basement.
We got to dig a basement down into the basement of our very soul and find out the crap we're carrying around. Victoria said, change the story. Are you hauling a U-Haul? Uh, Stop loading a bunch of crap and stop focusing on the perfection. Focus on your direction. Where do you want to be? I'm not perfect. I let the how to bother me for years. And I let this comparative thing, like if I were to look at Stack's followers and say I don't have his followers. Stack started with zero to become the hero of his life. He started with zero. Everybody starts with zero. You may not be where you want to be, but thank God you're not where you used to be. Focus on your goal. Set a goal that is so exhilarating that it excites you and it scares you at the same time. A goal that's so exhilarating that you'll willingly give all of your waking hours and all of your resources to its attainment. So you can say at the end of your life, I'm grateful, God, to this idea that used and moved my life, whether I make another dime or not, and whether I have any followers or not. I'm following hard after that purpose. And I know you'll put me where you need me to put me. Thank you.
Following that purpose. Throw some twos in the chat if you guys agree. Following your purpose. John just hit it on the nose. Following your purpose. Don't follow the followers. Follow the purpose. Follow the purpose. He's hitting it right there. If you guys step into your passion, step into your purpose, follow your purpose, follow your passion, follow your dreams, follow your right. Be fired up about some shit. That's why I tell people that when they come through the XP Mentor, anybody that come, be fired up about something. That's how you gonna get to the next level when you fired up about some shit. When you fired up about it, when you believe in it, there's not enough twos in the chat for me. Y'all gotta blow up the chat. Y'all gotta get up in there. Be fired up about it. Know what you want. Know what you want. Don't just guess about what you want. You have to know what you want so you can receive it. Have everything open for you so that way you can receive. I'm loving this conversation. If you guys just now joining, we're talking about how to have more confidence in life, biz, mindset, power room. Y'all know what it is when I do these rooms. I always want to have an intentional conversation about how to have more confidence in life and all the good stuff. So I'm leaving the mic open. I want to hear from some more individuals. Who's taking the mic? Let's keep it active. Let's go.
hey,
Yeah,
Stack.
this is Doc.
Come on, Doc. Let's go, Doc. What we doing?
Super D, Super
What's
Doc.
going on, Stock? What's going on, Jay? Yeah,
Man,
man.
good to see you,
Come
Doc.
Hey.
on,
Good to
Doc.
see
How you
you,
feeling
Doc.
about the conversation, man? How to have more confidence
The
in life, man?
conversation is dope, man. The conversation is so dope. So many valuable shares, man. I love the emphasis on fire. And you asked the question, man, why stay near the fire? Because you cannot be in the fire and not get changed. The powerful thing about fire is it tends to remove impurities. Fire is a great refiner. Fire will change you. Fire will improve you. Obviously, we're speaking figuratively,
That
but
part again, Doc. That part again, please. Please.
what yeah, fire will remove those impurities. The fire of focusing on yourself when somebody says no. No, man, when they say no, you get to check yourself. It's not about you. It's about your dreams.
And the key is to not distract yourself by that bad feeling and stay focused on the dream. The fire of insecurities. Fire can be such a wonderful thing. I'll tell you this though, when you're far away from your fire, you're far into your comfort zone. And when you're in your comfort zone, there is no growth. There might be comfort, but there's no growth. When you're in the fire, you're growing. You're growing, and you're growing often in a very, very good way. Inside that fire is the portal to your dreams. Remember that. This is Doc. I'm done speaking.
Woo! When you're in the fire, you're growing. If you guys agree, throw some ones in the chat. Get back up in the chat. Share the room out. Get back up in the chat. When you guys are in the fire, you're growing. Every day I'm in the fire. Every day I wake up, my mind is in the fire. My heart's in the fire. My business is in the fire. I'm trying to set the world on fire. So be on fire so you can grow. Be in the fire so that way you can grow. I love that share, Doc. Let's keep it rocking. Let's keep this conversation still rolling. If you guys are at the bottom, please come to the top. Julie, Byron, Alyssa, Derek, Adrian, right? Angeli, Renee, Ebenezer. Everybody come to the top. We are having a good conversation about how to have more confidence in life. We're in a mindset power room, and I want to hear from some more individuals. So the mic is open, the floor is open. Who else is taking it? Let's go,
Hey,
Jay.
Stack,
Let's
real
go.
quick, I'm going to come in. Hey, let's not put a very important link at the top. We just put out, Stack, make sure you go watch this powerhouse promotional video for the Sales Mastery Breakthrough. I'm doing a 2-day event on September 9th and 10th, 5 hours each day. It's a hands-on workshop. You want to talk about confidence? You want to talk about finally getting over all these different fears you got about doing sales, how to negotiate, how to close without being pushy, without feeling afraid. You want to get past asking for money, that guilt that you got in your belly every time it comes time to ask for money. Well, I'm taking 45 individuals hands on through a workshop, 2 days. I want everybody to click the link at the top. Watch this kick ass stack. You're going to love it. So we've got unbelievable footage. And then I did the voiceover on it. I got to know, Trey, let me know what you think because we're getting ready to rip this all over YouTube, all over Google. It's going to go Facebook, Instagram. This video is going everywhere in the next 24 hours. And so 45 people, first come, first serve. If you want to get locked in and you want to, I'm talking about once and for all guaranteed to stop feeling afraid and guilty about sales. And it's going to go over into all the areas of your life. This particular training will, for a fact, impact you emotionally, socially, physically, mentally, spiritually, and damn sure financially. So you got fire waiting for you. Click that link at the top. There's no other trainers. This is just me. Every now and then, I'll do just me doing the training, and people pay me as much as $3,500 for when it's just me. So I'm making it so affordable for everybody to be able to lock into. And if you're afraid to invest in yourself, this training ain't for you. This is for the 45 warriors on fire, want to go settle it all when it comes to sales mastery. You're going to have a breakthrough. This is going to be legendary. Click that link at the top, share that video out, and I'd love for you to be able to join me on this journey as I get you trained and then I get you crazy exposure at the same time because you're one of these 45. I'll be doing something special for these 45. All right, Stack, over to you.
We in the building. Look, ping the room up, share the room up, click the link at the top. Make sure you guys are visiting XP Mentor Club. Make sure you guys are following everybody on the stage. Make sure you guys are checking out all the content that I'm posting from the TV, Comcast, Afro. Yo, we going crazy, right? We setting the wave. We setting the world on fire. Make sure you guys are showing love to all the new content. We got more coming out every single day. We got enough content to go forever. I ain't even gonna lie with you. We going crazy. I'll be posting everything, the videos, the clips. The clips is out now from the TV, so I'll be sharing that as well on IG, on Facebook. I'm just going crazy right now, and I appreciate you guys for all the endless support. And if you guys go to stackpackmedia.com right now and purchase my new fragrance, Tropical Storm by Stack, you'll get featured in Internet Traffic Magazine. Make sure you guys hit me up, send me a screenshot after you get it. A lot of people, told me that they love the scent already. It smells something like a Hugo Boss, something that's in Saks. I love to smell good. And that's how your confidence goes through the roof. Now let me talk about that. Throw some ones in the chat. That tropical storm by Stack, that smelling good part. Let's throw some ones in the chat. If you think smelling good throws your confidence in life through the goddamn roof. Cause tropical storm by Stack got me smelling good right now. That's a fact though. Stop playing. I love to smell good. I got every fragrance. But now I'm able to make my own fragrance right now, which is crazy. And it smells so good, right? You smell good, you attract the good opportunities. You smell bad, you attract bad opportunities.
Stack,
So I love to smell
Stack. How
good.
do we get that, man?
So look,
How do we get the fragrance?
all right. So look, you go to stackpackmedia.com, doc. Once you go to stackpackmedia.com, it'll pop up right on the first, it'll be the first link that you see. It'll say Tropical Storm by Stack. You click that, it'll bring you to the website and you're able to purchase your link. It's that right here. Look, it's right there. You go there, it'll be the first link that you see. Once you click that, it'll bring you over to purchase your own personal bottle of the Tropical Storm. You place that order, you send me the screenshot to my DM, and then you send me the your email, and I'll put you on Internet Traffic Magazine today, dog. We ain't playing, bro. Let's go. I ain't joking. We's going crazy, and I support, and I appreciate all the support because you gonna smell like Stack now. Now we gonna give an opportunity for everyone to smell like Stack. I personally picked out the flavors and everything for this. So I know it smells good, just like me, just like something I would wear. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys click in the link and let's keep it rocking, right? How to have more confidence in business, smelling good. I love to smell good. If you don't smell good, then what are you doing, right? What type of opportunities are you going to attract if you're not smelling good? That's what I wanted to drop. Angelica, can you talk about that, sis? Because I know you like smelling good too. Real quick, Angelica, about smelling good, real quick, because you know we love the scents, right?
Right. How do you
Smell good.
here come Jay. How you know you in my perfume closet? But no, I definitely love to smell good. I live by fashion is a therapy for me. So I really feel like when you look good and you smell good, you feel good. It's something about the external exponents of what we do with ourselves and our aesthetics that makes us feel good on the inside. Even on our worst days, we may feel good because we get up, we get dressed, we smell good, we look good. We'll put our hair in a ponytail. Just these past couple of weeks, I haven't been feeling well. Many people didn't know that unless you were in my very close circle. But I was in a lot of pain and I was doubled over and I could barely walk and all these things like that. However, I still had the confidence to do what needed to be done. And I continued to speak life over myself and understand it was just for a season of me not feeling well. But even in the midst of not feeling well, when people say, girl, you need to sit down, girl, you need to rest, you need to do this, you need to do that, I still was willing myself to get up and feel better, willing myself to get up and say, you know what, I'm rarely ever sick, ever. Listen, never sick. But this time I knew it was something more, and such a distraction that was trying to come my way for the things that I was getting ready to do. And so I wanted to go dial back a little bit because I am a teacher. One of the things I do, I coach and I teach. And we talk about confidence, but do we really know the definition of what confidence is? And I don't know if it was spoken in this room, but I want to give the definition. I'm going to say something really quickly and then I'm going to be out. But confidence is the state of feeling certain about the truth of something. A feeling of self assurance arising from one's appreciation of one's own abilities or qualities. And then the feeling or belief that one can rely on someone or something, a firm trust. So, being that we know the definition of confidence, right? Why do you not have a firm trust in yourself? Why do you not believe in yourself? Something in your life may have happened, some type of traumatic experience or something that may have caused you to doubt yourself and make you feel like that you could not be in your own best abilities. But I'm here to tell you that for a person that has gone through life, many traumas, lost things twice, only thing those things did was add fuel to the fire and turned my pain into purpose. And because of those times where I was down and in a valley, all it did was build me up to know that whatever I face, I can conquer. Whatever I speak out my mouth, I know between the time of when I speak it and the manifestation is going to happen. I don't care what even happens in between that because I'm confident in knowing who I am. On this journey of entrepreneurship and being who you are, you got to first know who you are. When you know who you are, then you're able to speak boldly and with confidence, even in the midst of a storm, even in the midst of a test, and even in the midst of a trial. And those that know me, I am a preacher, so I take it to the word any day.
But I'm not going to do that today. But our mouth has power. What you speak out of your mouth can determine which way you're going to go. And every day you should choose to speak life. Every day you should have some type of affirmation that speaks life or confidence or whatever over your life. Because even if you don't feel like it right now, even if you don't believe it right now, even if you don't see it right now, the more you speak it, the more it is going to happen for you. The more you're going to feel your confidence build and your faith build and the trust within yourself build. When I lost everything in 2018, nothing looked conducive to a win. Can you hear me? Nothing. Everything looked like defeat, but I was bold enough to know that if I had lost something in 2015 and I overcame that if what I lost in 2018 was nothing compared to what was getting ready to happen. And so I kept speaking life over myself, even when I didn't have a car and had to catch a ride. Okay. I kept speaking life over myself, even when I didn't have the sales, even when I didn't have the money coming in. I kept speaking life over myself because I knew what I put in this earth realm, what I had birthed out, every business that had came from Angelica Williams, I knew that it was going to be
Come on,
successful,
sis.
that this was just a point in time to help me realize my own strength. When you go through dark times, valley moments, test trials, people leave you, talk about you, scandalize your name, whatever it is that causes you to doubt yourself, you need to turn your mindset around and say, you know what, this ain't doing nothing but building me and helping me realize the dead weight that I need to drop, help me realize the people that I cannot take to the top with me. And guess what? It might be some of your closest friends and even your family members, but don't even like feel bad about that, because God will send a group of people. He was a group of people will surround you. When we talk about being close to the fire, a group of people will surround you that are nothing but fire, and not only reignite the fire that's in you, they will keep the fire burning. That's why we say proximity is power. You got to know who's in your circle. You got to first know who you are so you can know who's in your circle, who know who belongs and who doesn't. And every day that you get up, speak life into yourself. Even when the sales are not coming in, you don't get the likes, you don't get the view, your reel is not doing well. Can I tell you how many times I've posted reels and they didn't do well right at that moment, but 2 weeks later they're going viral? But I had kept speaking the confidence that I know I created this because it came to my mind and my thought became a thing. And when I birthed that thing, I know that it's going to be successful, even though it don't look like it right now, because I was confident and sure in myself and my abilities and the ideas that comes to me. So if I leave this with the room, even in whatever state you're in right now, continue to speak life over yourself. It takes 3 weeks to gain a habit, 3 weeks to break a habit. Why not make and create good habits of speaking life over yourself? If you don't believe what you're saying, put affirmations all around your house. When I was in a place where I didn't even know who I was and I didn't love myself, I put affirmations on my bathroom window, by the lights, everywhere where I can visibly see, until it became a habit for me speaking life over myself, till it came like secondhand thought. When negative thoughts would come in my mind, I would learn how to speak life over myself. When I wasn't getting the sales that I wanted to get or getting the results that I wanted to get, I kept speaking life over myself because I had the confidence. I was very sure in my ability to make it do what it do. You have to be sure in your ability to make it do what it do and make it shape, regardless of what the situation looks like and regardless of what it looks around you. Even in the midst of a storm, guess what? A storm just comes to shake things up, but even after that, the sun got to shine. It's not going to last like this always, so you got to keep speaking life. Say, I'm going to get through this. I'm going to do this. The little injury that could came from I think I can, to I know I can. And so you got to go from I think I can to I know I can, because
Let
I
go,
have the
sis.
gifts, the abilities, and the talents to conquer the idea that I've put in this earth realm, to conquer the success that I've laid before me. You got to know without a shadow of a doubt that you are who you are, and you are created to be who you created to be, and that you are the solution to somebody's problem. You're the answer to somebody's prayer. You didn't get to this place by happenstance. And if I could take a little bit further, God didn't just bring you this far just to leave you. He's bringing this far to carry you even further. So be confident in this, that whatever you have put in this earth, the business, the book, the class you started, the course, whatever it is, whatever you put in this earth, you are the solution to somebody's problem. And it may not look like the results that you saw when you initially started, but if you keep going, keep speaking life, you're going to see the success and the results that you desire to see. I'm going to land my plane there. I'm out.
You gotta have that
Yes,
burning
Come
yes,
on,
desire, right?
sis.
yes,
Come on,
Hold on.
sis.
yes.
I got you. Throw some fire emojis in the chat for my sister Angelica. I need y'all to pour into the chat. I need you guys to share the room out, and I need you really to understand that she's talking from a place of passion and experience. Because before XP Mentor, before all of it, me and Angelica already been tapped in. She's been already on Internet Traffic Magazine, but she's talking from a place of that damn passion, that fire, that confidence, that knowing what it is not to, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, I lost it all, but then I gotta hustle to get it back. I surround myself with the hustlers. And Angelica just preached to the room. She just burnt it up on fire. And I need you guys to get up in the chat, share the room out, ping the room out, because that's what it is right there on how to have more confidence. Knowing what it is, right? Going through the trial and error, but then being able to be like, you know what? I got the strength and I got the confidence to come out stronger than I ever came in before. You got to have that mindset. So I love it, Angelica. Thank you for coming in with that fire ass share. Let's keep it rocking. If you guys are at the bottom, please come to the top. Sure, America, Callie, Autism, Carlos, Julie, Ruth, Derek, Angela. All you guys can come to the top. Anna, Michael, Enza, Darly, Doughboy. All you guys can come to the top because we're having a conversation about how to have more confidence in life. We're in the mindset power room. Let's keep the mic open. Who else wants to chime in? Let's go.
Hey, I got to jump in right now and just celebrate my sister Angelica. Like, she just lit this room up. And, you know, you got to give honor to who honor is due. And so I just want to take this moment to say thank you for sharing. Thank you for your passion. Thank you for your transparency, you know, how you're sharing in this room. And like, we're talking about having confidence. And what's so cool is like, Stack has created a space and a room that he is inviting people to his stage. That doesn't happen all the time. That doesn't happen everywhere on Clubhouse and on other platforms. And so you have this opportunity just to practice. You already know that this is a warm and safe space, that even if you don't have all of your message together, even if you're not really clear, you know, start speaking, because like what Angelica said, you got to speak life into your situation. You have to speak life and power and truth into what it is that you believe yourself to be. So like, you know, old folks said that a closed mouth don't get fed. So you got an opportunity, you have an opportunity, you have an invitation, a gracious invitation to share in this space. And one of the things that when we're talking about building confidence, like I tell my kids, I tell my clients, I'll tell anybody who listens that failure is just information. You don't need to be afraid of failing. You can fail forward. You know, like life is not always perfect, but it is always perfecting us. So don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to start small. Don't be afraid to share your dream. You know, when you come into these spaces and you can get on a stage, even if you get on the stage and just say, hey, I'm Roz, the dream doula, and my passion is to help people to live into their purpose and their passion, that they can know that their dream is the roadmap to their destiny. Full stop. That's it. 3 sentences that you can share on the stage to begin to speak life into what you're doing, to have that confidence and can continue to convince yourself of who you are, that you really are who you say you are. So again, Angelica, thank you, sis, for sharing. Stack, thank you for making this room, you know, a place where we can share. Jay, thank you for just, you know, hitting me up and welcoming me, and just everybody who is in the space. Keep moving forward, because your dreams are the roadmap to your destiny. You can be what you want to be. You can have what you want to have, and yet you got to get in motion. You got to speak up. You got to tell us who you are. You got to tell us what you do. And here's the other thing, you can even tell us what you need. Because again, that's how partnerships happen. That's how collaborations happen. You know, I don't get on this app a lot. I'm starting to come back a little bit more. And usually, whenever I speak, you know, somebody's going to invite me to be on a podcast or a show or a program. But nobody would know that if I just sit there, you know, with my purple hair in a picture and not say anything to anybody. So start speaking, because your message matters. There's somebody who needs each and every one of us. So there's somebody who doesn't need a Roz, there's somebody who needs a you. So start speaking up, use these opportunities, and let the world know what you're here to offer. I'm Roz Clark, the Dream Doula, and I yield the mic.
Your message matters.
Yeah.
If you guys heard that, put some ones in the chat. I got you. Your message matters. If you guys heard that, put some ones in the chat. Everybody has a story. Everybody has a message. That's why I love running this media outlet and this magazine and being able to have access to other media outlets as well, because everyone has a story that they want to tell. Everyone has, you know, something that they want to get out there so that way people can be relatable and gravitate to them. So that's why I always tell people, get with me, get inside the magazine, do the interviews, start doing this media stuff, start tapping in with stackpackmedia.com, start going to bookwithstack.com, start supporting the things that I got going on so we can help you elevate in your career. So that's why I always push the media. That's why I always help out different brands. It doesn't matter what lane you're in, any niche you're in, I'm going to be able to maximize that niche. And that's the great thing about Internet Traffic Agency. That's the good thing about StackPackMedia.com, Digably. That's the great thing about, supporting Tropical Storm by Stack. Like really diving into this stuff so that way you can maximize yourself, but that your message matters. You dive in and you start telling you start seeing yourself on a Times Square billboard or a media placement that I have access to near Neiman Marcus. You don't think that people are going to start gravitating to your message? You got to have that right call to action too. But I love the conversation. I love that. I heard somebody else coming in. How to have more confidence in life. We're in a mindset room. The floor is open. Let's go.
Hey,
Hey, Stack.
Stack, this is Dr. Cynthia.
Doctor, go ahead. Doctor, it's on
I'm
you. I hear
sorry.
you. Let's get it.
Oh, oh Lord, girl, Angelica. Oh my goodness. Girl, did you just bring that fire or what? You just took my heart. This is what I teach, preach, talk, and walk. And when I hear somebody else do it with that passion, it just moves me because it really takes that understanding. And to hear you say, you know what, I was sick, but I kept on. I kept pushing. I was like, oh, this ain't happening to me. Girl, let me tell you, October 10th, 2009, when that doctor said, oh, multi-vital organ involvement with very poor prognosis at best. That was his words. At best, 6 months. And most people on here have heard my story and they're going to hear what I'm getting ready to say. And they've heard it before. I looked right at that doctor and I said to him, dude, you do me a favor. You be the doctor and let God be the timekeeper. Because you know what? When there is a plan and purpose put on your life, not no doctor, no man, no husband, wife, kids, millionaire, billionaire, nobody can stop that from happening. And mindset is the onset to all things you will ever achieve in this life. The Bible said over 2,000 years ago, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. When people wonder why they can't overcome or they can't push forward, it's your thought process. I tell people all the time who are in a battle with any illness, don't ever say to others, I have cancer, I have MS, I have diabetes. No, do not take ownership of something you don't want to own. You have a house, you have a car, you have kids. Those are yours. You don't own cancer. You don't. When the brain is talking, the body is listening. People lay down at night and talk to themselves. Oh my God, I have cancer. Oh my God, I'm going to die. And then they go outside the next day and tell their family and friends, I got this. Don't worry. I'm going to fight this. I'm going to get through this. But the most important person that they talk to is themselves at night. And when the brain is talking, the body is listening. I don't care if it's an illness, if it's a business, if it's whatever it is. When you start throwing them negative thoughts into your head, guess what? You're going to start surrounding your people with those same thoughts. People are going to start backing you and supporting you with those negative thoughts. No, girl, Angelica, you just move. I love hearing it come from somebody else. It just reinforces everything that I am teaching, preaching, talking, and walking. It's a never give up mentality. Anybody that knows me knows my websites, my podcast, my everything. A never give up mentality. As a man thinketh, so is he. Girl, God bless you. Thank you. And keep doing what you're doing. Stack, thank you for allowing me to grace the stage. I'm done.
Look, doctors in the building. If you guys agreeing with Doctor saying, throw some ones in the chat. We in the XP Mentor, how to have more confidence in life. We're in a mindset power room. Everybody's been going in today. I've been loving it. Share the room out, ping the room out, and have more individuals come in so that way we can talk about this some more. How to have more confidence in life, biz. Make sure your mindset's on point. Make sure your environment's on point. Make sure the people around you want you to win. We going in today, right? I'm keeping the conversation open. I'm keeping the mic open. Who else wants to snag the mic and keep the conversation rolling? If you're on the stage, please keep it active. And if you guys are at the bottom, please come to the top so that way we can have more of a conversation with you all. So the mic's open, floor's open. Who's snatching it next? Let's go.
Stack, this is Goddess Rebecca
Goddess, let's
Collinsworth.
go.
So, what have we done today? Because have we really tapped into the trusting of you? Like, how do we build that trust, right? Like, do we show up? Do we get up in the morning and go, oh my God, I was supposed to get up this morning and work out, but then I'm going to bail on me? And are we going to do that with our clients? The more that we show up for who we are and the things which are necessary in order for us to be strong and competent and relaxed and capable inside of everything that we're doing. So, the more that we do that for us, that we feed ourselves and we nurture ourselves and we learn things that are new and we experience new places and new faces and new things. The more that we do that and we rely on and lean into us, then the more confident we are when we're speaking with our client base and our consumers. I'm Rebecca Collinsworth. I'm known as Goddess of Movement, and I'm done speaking.
Rebecca coming in hot. Look, Rebecca, I appreciate you. Who else wants to pick the mic up after Rebecca to keep the conversation active? How to have more confidence in life. Mindset Power Room.
Yes, I'd like to share, Stack, man,
Brock,
shout out to
let's go.
everybody in the
Brock,
room.
light it up. How you feeling about the room,
Hey,
man?
man, hey, man, I feel great about this room because, a lot of times you don't see or hear a lot of positive stuff. People be in rooms is, the trolling and just the energy is bad. Most people focus on a lot of negative things and they do positive things in life. And we know that just based on news and multimedia and all these different things. But just wanted to share some of the things that have kept me positive, that have kept me encouraged, that has helped me to establish two businesses and even possibly on my way to a third. What I realized is that we make choices every day, no matter what. We make choices every day. And in making those choices, out of those choices, there's applications of those choices. Like we choose to apply things to our lives that we want. Like there are some things that ain't even important we choose to apply. And then there are things that are important that we choose to apply. But ultimately, we choose to apply. I'm hearing people of faith talk about things, that's a choice. We either choose to apply things of faith or we choose not to. And what I've come to realize is things that I have accomplished in my life when I made it my priority to apply, like to choose and to apply the things that I was choosing, not letting somebody else choose it for me, but choose to do what I sought to do. I saw many, 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 many things change and evolve in my life in ways that I never ever thought would. Because I stopped living my life to please other people and started living my life for myself and loving myself and who I was and who God created me to be and what he gifted me with and the knowledge, the skill set, all of those different things. And I mean, and out of that thing was birthed, songwriting and a recording studio and cooking business and even getting into aspects of things dealing with um, marketing and advertising and management stuff in music. All of this stuff evolved out of making choices and pursuing the application of it and watching my life watching my life evolve. It's something that I thought so hard on. I'm a man of faith, so I can't help but speak about that. And one of the things I say to everybody in this room, no matter how much you're like your parents, your mom or your dad, or your uncles or your aunts or whoever it is, bottom line is there is nobody else on the planet like you. No one. I tell this to my kids all the time, and my kids are grown now. And I still tell them that there's nobody else on the planet exactly like you. You know, you can be influenced by other people. There's nothing wrong with being influenced or being inspired. But at the same time, think about yourself. There's no one exactly like you on this planet. And with that being the case, you know if you're being your best you. You know if you do something that let you down. I tell people, like, hey, look, it shouldn't be no surprise when other people do some things to let you down. Have you ever done anything to let your own self down? With that being the case, it shouldn't be a surprise when other people do that. But you know if you do something to let your own self down. And you know when you have put your best foot forward. But the bottom line is, if you know you did something to let your own self down, then that tells you you could have done better and you seek to do better. But if you know you're putting everything it is that you got into what it is you have thought or applied or whatever the case may be, if you know you did your best, there's nothing you or anyone else could ask. Even the God you serve, if you
That's
serve
all
him,
you can do, Brock, is do your best, bro.
do,
Let's talk about
that's
it.
all. That's all you can ever do. But do your best, and don't be ashamed of doing your best, and don't measure what you do. And like I heard someone speaking earlier, don't measure the way other people do things and measure it against you, because you're not them and they're not you. You're not them and they're not you. You be the best you that you can be, because they're being the best them they can be. Look, appreciate that, be inspired by it, but don't let it kill your drive for being the best you that you can be. I'm going to rest after I say this right here, because this is something that helped me to understand that in life you're going to go through things good and bad. If you live, you're going to experience things: happy, sadness, joy, sorrow, death, life. You're going to experience it. That's a part of living. One of the things that I realized in my lifetime is, and I was sitting one day, I don't know if I was in my studio, I was just really thinking really deep about some things that had happened with me. Something that weren't all, some of the things weren't always, wasn't that good. It was kind of tight. And then I just sit and thought and remembered how I felt at that moment. And I didn't say to myself, I'm done. I'm going to just crawl over in a hole and die. I'm going to give up on life. And when I added all the things up and seeing that things did evolve, we're continually evolving into the person we're becoming. We can say we find ourselves, and even when you find yourself, you're not finished changing, you're not finished evolving, and you're going to change some more. What I realized at that moment was, in spite of all of the things, good, bad, happy, sad, none of none of those, especially the negative things, none of those things were greater than the end result that they would help produce. I'm going to rest on that, man. I pray, man. Hopefully somebody got inspired by something I said. I'm getting inspired by what I'm hearing, man. Appreciate the share, man. Allow me to come up, man. Y'all have a blessed day.
Appreciate that, Brock. Look, if you guys are just now joining How to Have More Confidence in Life, Business, we're in the mindset room. Make sure you guys tapping in with everybody on stage. You never know where, these relationships could go, where these conversations could go, where these things can go. Ping the room up, share the room up. I want to hear from some more individuals as they start coming to the stage. Let's keep the floor open. I'm going to be coming to check on a few individuals to see if they want to tap in. But let's keep the conversation open. Tap in, snatch the mic. I want to hear from everybody who's keeping it active, who's coming in next, how to have more confidence in life. Lego.
What's up, Stack? It's Hobson.
Okay, who's
How
that?
y'all doing?
Who's there? Okay,
Hobson.
Hudson.
It's Hobson.
I heard you went to go get the fragrance. Talk to me. Let's go.
I did. I did. Listen. I'm a fragrance. Well, my husband's a fragrance person. I don't condone it because I really think it's his way of flirting out here in these streets. But he is like some people are sneaker nerds. He's a fragrance nerd. So I said, let me go ahead and cop this for him. He's going to like it. So
I
that was
appreciate
like,
all your support, for real.
oh no,
Make sure
no
you send me
problem,
your
no
email
problem.
so my staff can send you out the interview questions, okay?
Sure, no problem, no problem. But as regards to your topic, how to have more confidence in life, I don't. My confidence goes up and down, so I don't want to share from a prospect, like from a point of having confidence, But I think, with my confidence, I think it comes from a very unnatural place. It's really like a in your face type of thing. You know what I mean? It's like it comes from a place of being like the nerdy kid, not being, cool and stuff like that. So it's like when I feel like people are shining on me or something, then I start acting a little classist or whatever, or then like I'll shine a little bit, and it's not really for me, it's just like for them. So, but I try to, because I have daughters, I try to always be in a state where my head is up because, women, I don't know. I just don't want my daughters having confidence issues and, not walking around with their head up and things like that. So, um, I guess that's it. That's all I got.
The confidence, having the confidence. That's why it's important to be raised and be in an environment. That's why I said being raised in an environment that has confidence. If you guys agree, throw some fire emojis in the chat real quick. Get up in the chat. Being around an environment that's going to inspire, get you to the next level, put some fire up in your business. Man, get up in the chat real quick. Let me see who's active. Y'all need to get up in the chat. Let's see who's active. For real, for real. I want to see something real quick. Let me see how many people's going to get up in the chat. Because you got to be fired up about some shit. You got to have confidence in your business. Everybody in the room should be tapping in to the chat right now, going crazy in the chat. Everybody, there's no excuses. Fire emojis in the chat. Y'all know what it is. Mr. Fire Emoji himself. Big Stack. Go crazy in the chat. Everybody. Because having that confidence in your business means you have to be fired up, motivating, elevating every day. There's no way you can't tell me I'm getting there. We going. You gotta go like a million, million miles an hour. That's how I feel. But Brock, you went crazy, man. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate everybody that's been coming to the stage. I want to hear from everybody. Let's keep pinging this room up and sharing this room up because it's gonna be a great conversation. Let's go. More individuals. Snatch the mic. Big stack, no slack.
I will be coming back right here because there's something that really makes me think about like all the time. We never meant to be broken. We never meant to be devalued. But sometimes you need to expand. You need to bend and come back stronger. And if you think about it, even physically, if you just try to visualize this thing, it's the arrow that goes right straight to the point, to the goal. You need just to bend back like as much as you can so you get your speed right. So the thing is, as much as you have challenges in life, and let me tell you something, guys. Today, I was so very assertive with my words because I know that words have power, and I don't want to say that I'm having difficulty. And as Doctor was saying, when the mind speaks, body listens. So the body keeps the score always and all the time. So I've been thinking about the words that I'm writing, the words that I'm saying, because that's what you are like manifesting. This is your manifestation for life. I mean, I'm gonna be frankly speaking, honestly tonight. I never have a day in XP Mentor without learning so much. There's so much inspiration here. There's so much to be learned, to be taught, to be. I mean, our stories, your story, your voice, everything have value. That really makes me think about it once, twice, all the time, all the time. You need to know that when you are so close to the fire, you become so flexible. You don't melt, and make sure that you don't melt, but you are so flexible to reshape, to reframe yourself, and to come back from the ashes like phoenix. We all have all those shells. I believe that we have been born with shells, the shells that melt down and to reveal the new you. Your next level is you. Your past version is you. So you choose. You got all the choice. I mean, that's in itself give me a confidence. Give me the confidence to start a new day. To start. I mean, you guys can hear this in my voice, and if you hear the confidence in my voice, and if you hear the revealance, the new thing in me, in my voice, please put a heart in the chat because
Put
I
some
don't dare
goddamn
to
hearts in
to
the
go.
chat. Put some goddamn hearts in
I
the
Put
don't
chat.
some
dare to
goddamn
ask
hearts in the
for
chat.
fires.
Put some goddamn hearts in the chat.
Yeah, because yes, it's true. It's true. I mean, and there, I think Cynthia was saying this, or Jackie was saying that don't be shy from the feedback. What if you are asking for the feedback? And Jay, you know that I'm always asking for the feedback because I know that those feedback are coming from loving heart, from supportive family, and I love to hear what can make me better, what takes me to the next step. It's never gonna be. I don't go to haters because most probably I'm not surrounding myself with haters. If there is some place with drama, I don't go with it. I don't go for drama. With the family that means a lot to me. So whenever someone's saying something that means a lot to me and it makes me feel more confidence every day with everyone speaks really um, even when you are on the stage in the room without listening without saying a word your energy is reciprocated and I get it and your voice matters for someone so don't keep it don't as Stack always say this don't keep yourself the best kept secret nobody is gonna
Yep.
benefit from this even you yes right
Hmm.
you tell me you always say that it's you cannot keep yourself the best kept secret it's not beneficial so just raise your voice and your confidence you need to speak to understand yourself more to communicate everything we are speaking to ourselves basically in our heads you got those voices the whispers and the very noisy voice in your head right that means that you're speaking so just verbalize things and be careful with the words because the words have power and you own it you own the thing when you have that control and the responsibility you know that you are so strong and Jay yes I'm gonna stay strong because I got this thank you guys I love you
Look, you know you gotta have this. You gotta inspire. You gotta motivate. You gotta elevate. You got come on, man. Throw some hearts in the chat for Eamon. Y'all gotta get up in the chat. Y'all gotta put some. Y'all gotta go crazy in there, right? And speaking of, motivating, elevating, right? I want to come and see if my bro Nick's in the building too, because I want to talk about motivate, elevate. 'Cause I know you got a brand called Only the Motivated. So Nick, bro, if you in the building, right? Please tap in about how to have more confidence in life because I know that's what your brand um, talks about, bro, and promotes. So can you talk about that real quick, Nick? If you in the building, let's get it, bro.
What's good, my boy? What's good? What's
Let's
good?
get it. Let's get it.
Yeah, man. I've been listening to the conversation, man.
How
Definitely a
you
dope
how you feeling
conversation.
it, Nick? How you feeling it, man?
Man, I'm not gonna lie, man. There's a lot of gems being dropped, man. If you guys aren't picking up these gems, man, you're doing yourself a disservice, man. If you guys can't share the room out, if you guys are active, put a one in the chat. If you're active
Hmm.
in this room, if you're getting some value from this room, if this room is inspiring you in some way, shape, or form, put a one in the chat. You gotta put a one in the chat, man. Because look, even if you're listening, you're learning something. You don't always gotta be the one that's speaking, and that's part of that confidence aspect. A confident person doesn't always have to speak, and the reason why I'm saying that is because you can learn a lot just by listening. You can learn a lot by just being observant. You can learn a lot by just feeding into the energy around you because we are all energy, right? We are all energy. If you hang around the right crowd, it's going to bring up your confidence. If you hang around five confident people, it's a guarantee you're going to be the sixth confident person. If you don't believe in yourself, you can't expect others to believe in you. But just know that belief within self is going to get you a lot farther. You got to look from within for all your answers. Sometimes we ask for validation, for answers to the questions that we already know within ourselves from other people. All the answers you're looking for are within. It's all right there for you. You got to stop. You have to stop belittling yourself, because a confident person, a calm mind, it can handle any storm thrown at them. That's the reason why I built my brand. Like, I've always been about positivity, encouragement, just simply looking at life through a positive lens. Because life's too short to be miserable and unhappy. Life is too short to be wasting time on temporary people, temporary situations, on things that bring you no value and no growth. You got to get yourself away from that. That's what confident
Nick, I
people
got a
do.
question for you too, bro. How did you get that confidence to always be like, all right, I'm gonna motivate, all right, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna stay consistent. How'd you get the confidence to do that?
That's a great question, bro. And I think the best way I can answer it is my own personal struggle, my own personal testimony. What I've been through as a person, what's molded me into man that I am now, because I'm not going to accept the bare minimum. I'm going to go after everything I can, whatever my heart desires, whatever I put my mind to, I'm going to find a way to get it done. It's like we talk about all the time. I hear people talking about all the time how much they want to achieve all these massive success. They want to have all these nice things. They want to do all these nice things, but they're not putting the work in to do it. That's that confidence piece. If you don't believe in what comes out of your mouth, you are never going to fully believe anything that you say. You got to believe it to the best of your ability. So for me in my life, to leave a quick little phrase short, I believe in me when nobody else does, because that's the only person I'm ever going to have to believe in is myself. I believe in me when nobody else does. When everybody wrote me off, when everybody doubted me, I'm sure somebody in this room's been doubted before. I'm sure somebody in this room has been said,
Throw some fives in the chat, right? Nick, tell them, bro. Get up in the chat. They've been
if,
doubted. Let's get
if
it.
you if you've been down in your life, put some fives in the chat. And the one thing I'm gonna say, I'm gonna wake it up real quick, and I'm gonna go on mute. If you have been doubted in your life, if you've been doubted by your parents, your peers, your loved ones, people told you left, right, up, down, and center that you were never gonna amount to nothing, you feel like your confidence was shot. Anytime you ever told somebody your dreams and they shot it right in your face, your confidence went down, your energy went down, your vibrations went down, right? You felt less of yourself. You started questioning your existence. You started questioning your purpose. You started questioning everything about yourself. And once you lose that confidence, it's really hard to get it back. That's why I do some soul searching every now and then. The reason why I bring up that soul searching aspect, man, I don't even that soul searching aspect is key, man. Because sometimes, like I mentioned to you, you gotta look within for all your answers. All the answers you're looking for are all right there in front of you. Just because you can't physically see it doesn't mean it's not happening. Just because you can't physically see it doesn't mean it's not happening. That's something I tell myself all the time. It's literally that one thing in your life that brings you the utmost joy, that brings you the utmost happiness. The one thing that you tell yourself you're gonna go get it no matter what. You gotta believe in yourself every single chance you get. You're gonna have your down days like anybody else. We're human. It's normal. But the one thing you cannot do, you'll never catch me speaking negatively about myself. I don't even care if it's a joke. I will never speak negatively about myself. Ever. I don't care who I'm around. If
Facts,
you're
Nick. You know what I feel about that too, Nick? I feel like when you do that, you call the negative shit in your life. How you feel about that, bro? Like you calling negative shit in when you even if you're just joking it, right?
Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree. And you know what? It has a lot to do with our environment too. That's why I alluded
Hmm.
to anytime you ever tell someone your dreams, anytime I ever told a friend something I was passionate about that I wanted to see through, I wanted to own a business, I wanted to start a brand, they laughed in my face. And I'm not gonna lie, it kind of shot my confidence. It really did. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm thinking like too big. Maybe I'm thinking too broad. But I just realized I was around small-minded people. Anytime I told a dream or an endeavor that I wanted to pursue, I was around small-minded people. I'm sure somebody in this room has been in that same very position. You got to get away from things that don't align with you. Like Stack says, get a line and go get out of line. How do you say it, Stack? What is it?
Get. I said if you're not aligned, get out of line. Yup. If you're not aligned, get out of line.
It's a fact, man. I'm telling you, man. You gotta believe in yourself, seriously. Because, like I told you in the beginning, no one's gonna believe in you. No one's gonna bet on you. No one's gonna take a chance on you if you're not willing to bet on yourself. If you're not willing to take a chance on yourself, if you're not willing to put your best foot forward, you can't expect somebody else to do that for you either. That's what it boils down to. And you're gonna be going years and years and years wondering what you could have been. That confidence piece is key. When you go up on stage, I'm a public speaker. I lead with my heart. I lead with my heart. Not my words, I lead with my heart. When you lead with your heart and your mind and they align together, you can't be stopped. Like I said, a calm mind can handle any storm. You gotta be confident in your words. You gotta be confident in your mind. You gotta be confident in your spirit. Everything, not just the things that come out of your mouth, but everything that's in you. You gotta be confident in that. And that's just the best thing I can add. Confidence is really just a simple thing. You can either make it simplistic or you can make it complicated. Really, the choice is yours. So, Stack, back to you, bro.
Yo, Nick, and then speaking of the confidence part too, can you talk about, the room that I think you got a room later, right? Talk about the room that you do, because I feel like when I pop in there, you can boost your confidence by the way you run the room. Can you talk about how you do that too before you go, bro? About how the room runs and how you do that, because that has all to do with the title, how to have more confidence. And I feel like when you go in your rooms in the community that you're surrounding, it's boosting their confidence in there. So how you feeling about that, real quick?
I think one thing I always do, Stack, is I always lead with authenticity. And the reason why I say that word specifically is because a lot of people aren't authentic. You can't be confident if you're not authentic. You can't be confident if you're not true to yourself. You certainly can't be confident if you're putting on a fake facade to get likes, to get clout, to get influence. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. But I was getting a phone call. But like I said, lead with your heart, lead with your mind, lead with your spirit. Just simply, when you show up in a room full of giants, when it's uncomfortable, just be yourself. Don't be nervous. Don't shy away from the moment. Seize the opportunity. Anytime I do rooms, anytime I go in spaces or environments, I'm seizing the moments. I'm walking in like I own the place. I'm not being boastful. I'm not being cocky. I'm confident. There's a difference between that. When you're confident and you know your purpose and you're walking in that, you'll do anything to see it through. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. But a lot of you are so scared to bet on yourself. You're so scared to take that risk. You're so scared to do something that might change your life. That's that confidence piece. I get it. People are going to doubt you. I get it. People are going to tell you it may not work. But if you start to believe that, you'll never see that vision come true. You will never see that thing come through. Ever. You got one life. That should scare you and excite you at the same time. It scares you because you never know what tomorrow might bring. But it excites you because you don't even know what tomorrow might bring either. It could be a good or bad. I'm always betting on myself, Stack, every day. Even when I feel like I can't do it,
Facts.
I just eliminate that word completely. I eliminated the word trying out of my vocabulary. The reason why I say that is because trying is 50-50, which means it may or may not happen. I eliminated that word completely. Instead of saying trying, I say I'm doing. Anytime I hear somebody say I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that, I said no, you're doing. There's a huge difference there. You're not trying, you're doing. So that's all I gotta ask, Stack.
Thanks, man. Thanks for coming through, Nick. Appreciate you, bro. Look, how to have more confidence in life, mindset, power room. We've been ripping and running. We've been having a lot of individuals snatch the mic, come in, give their mindset, give their shares, and we want to hear more shares. If you guys want to keep this room active, I need you guys to snatch the mic. Somebody come in, keep it active. I need you guys to get in here. Who else is coming in next? Right after Nick. Ryan, it's on you, bro. Appreciate it. Let's
How
go.
you guys doing? I'm Ryan, touching in from London. Yeah, loving the subject. So, how to have more confidence in life? Ultimately, it comes down to clarity. You need to have clear understanding of what you are doing and where you're going and the parameters of the game. Once you have the clarity, it removes all the guessing. It removes all the negative thoughts, all the doubts, all the issues, or whatever things pop into your mind that says that you can't do it. Once you have the clarity, it means it's certain. It's like going to the shop. You go to the shop and I don't know, you might go and get a can of Coke. You know that can of Coke costs, I don't know, $1 or a pound, whatever it may be, whatever country you're in. But you know that's the price of it. Now, if you don't know the price of the Coke, that's when you're like, oh, I don't know. It could be this, it could be that. That's where all the negative thoughts come in. That's where the lack of confidence come in. That's when you don't even go to the shop. It's very simple in that sense. Clear your mind, get full understanding of the full parameters of the game, and then move forward with clear understanding. That's me touching out. Blessings.
This is Cynthia. I'll jump in here. This has been this is good stack. This is some good advice going forward, and something that Nick was saying was betting on yourself, betting against all odds, and I had to learn. I've learned to do that in anything that I've done. When you have to learn how to stand alone, but you're really not standing alone. You know, I think you're standing. Shall I say, I'll say right now in my life, having the confidence to be an entrepreneur, to start a business from scratch, to do all those things, you feel it, you have to have the strength and the courage to stand alone no matter what. And we want people to be to the left, to the right, in the front, in the back. But the reality of it is, the person that you look at in the mirror, that's who's going to be there with you. The person that you roll out of bed with every morning, that's who's going to be there with you. When you got to get down low and go lower, that's who's going to be there with you. When you got to stomp through the mud puddles and dance in the rain, you're the only person that's going to be there with you. When you got to bust down doors, kick down doors off the hinges, you're the only person kicking that in. When you got to go walk in the storm and snatch out the eye of the storm and let the storm know that you're really the real storm. Nobody's going to do that but you. And I've learned that. And once you make it through the other side, through the rain puddles and from dancing in the rain, and I used to be like, oh man, it's raining, but you have to have rain along with the sunshine. So I learned how to dance in the rain. I even go out in the rain from time to time and splash in the mud puddles just to see how it feels. It's not going to always be sunshine outside, but you got to have that too. You have to have all of that to be confident in life. You have to take every bit of that. Even when we're soaring to the moon, up there swinging and dancing with the aliens, you got to be able to do that too. You might be a one-man rocket. You just never know. But you got to be willing to take that chance and just move out and do what you got to do. You have to be able to decide whether I'm doing this, if I got to stand alone, bust down doors alone, swing from Saturn alone, I'm going to do it. It's going to get done. And if you do that enough in your lifetime, you get used to that and it's okay. If you join me, that's great. But if you don't join me, I'm cool with that too. You don't have to rock with me because I'm learning how to rock by myself. And I learned how to do that in life. So I do what I have to do to make it through the end. The victory, I learned how to celebrate by myself. I learned how to appreciate myself. I learned how to love myself in and out of season. The rough edges, I've learned all that, the extra fluff and everything that goes with it. That's confidence. You have to learn how to love all of that. You got to learn how to love all of that. And I had to learn how to do that. In the morning when you wake up and look in the mirror, that's who you have to believe in. That's who's going to be there. And when you lay down at night, that's who's going to be there. So the sooner we can get that in our mind and in our spirit, the sooner you can get down to business and do what needs to be done. And I've learned how to do that. And being in this room and listening to you guys and stomping among the giants, that it helps so much. And even I love what she said, because it's the truth. And sometimes we bend so much that we won't break, but how will you know how far you can expand if you never bend, if you don't step outside your boundaries or press or bend outside the boundaries? You just never know. You don't know what you can hold or what you can do, and or what you can become if you never stretch yourself. You have to stretch your mind, stretch your spirit, even your soul. stretches, but you won't know until you take a chance on yourself and have that confidence in you that no matter what, I'm going to finish the race no matter what. That's why we have to start the race with the end in mind. You have to start it that way. So you know what you're pressing toward, you know what you're running toward, and you know what you have to look forward to. And I'll stop right there. My name is Cynthia, and I'm done speaking for now.
Wanted to hop in. So I'm hearing, hopefully you can hear me. It says poor connection because I think it's getting ready to have a hailstorm out here in Atlanta. I don't know, but my little phone says severe thunderstorm warning. So I want to go back because so many people said so many powerful things. Nick is off the chain. Yes. And Angelica, oh my gosh, all of the queens and Dr. All true, all true. And Jay knows this, Jay, because he teaches the Science of Getting Rich Mastery course, which in it you realize and understand that your thoughts are always creating. And because I get to work with the amazing law of attraction man who wrote the book, I get to know that all day. It's a real thing that we are creating things with our thoughts and feelings. How do I know? Because when I was paralyzed, yes, broken, really broken. Like you said, how much do you know you could bend until you get real broken? Trust and believe. Those doctors, just like doctor said, they told me that I would only have what I got back after 12 months. And in 12 months, I was still dragging my noodle legs on a full-size walker, refusing to go down with a handicap placard in a wheelchair. And let me tell you, if I would have believed what the doctor said, I would have been done. I would have been in that wheelchair. But no, I decided I did not want to believe that. And I know I'm like Nick said, I had a mother who told me I was going to be a drain on society. I had people not in my corner. Really, that was not my experience. So I guess the pros and cons of that is I learned that I had myself. I'm the only one who I needed to believe in. I'm the only one who needed to tell me what was going to happen and trust and believe. Ever since I was young, I left home at 15. Since then, trust me, I knew everything. How many of you guys know 16-year-olds who know everything? I thought I knew everything. Trust and believe. But that's the kind of confidence you got to have. You have to believe first and foremost that you are worthy to receive amazing things. I knew I did not want to be paralyzed. And so talking about confidence, are you freaking kidding me? Do you know where you're going to get the best confidence from? From, I believe, the creator, the source of all things, the almighty God, whatever you subscribe to, because in the end, what helped me to heal and continues to help me know that I will get back to perfect health, even though it's been 12 years, you guys. Doctors, scientists told me that this stuff wouldn't happen 10 years ago. They told me, but trust, all I have to do is keep saying, okay, I'm ready to see something new. Anytime for a glimpse of a doubt that I get in my head, like I love what Cynthia said. Yep, when I'm all alone by myself, or like Doctor said, at night when it's only me with my thoughts, and that little sneaker sneaks in and it tries to cut me down and make me believe that I'm done healing, then I immediately transform that thought because I have to confidence. I have to have utmost confidence that my thoughts are going to win over any kind of emotional old baggage, right? Because we all have those old triggers. And you just stick to what my vision is to be in my freaking heels again with no assistance, all muscles working, everything on point. So until then, I will keep giving gratitude all day long. If you live in gratitude, that is the highest vibration next to love. And I lovingly and gratefully give thanks every day for the people who are going to help validate that I am here for a reason. The people who are going to encourage me and support me, who are going to pour into me. Because trust and believe, I have the family just like everyone else who saw me as a kid, who told me I was the black sheep, who still believe I'm not going to do anything with my life. And that could either motivate me or challenge me. And I love a good challenge. I love to prove people wrong. So, what is it going to take for you? Is it
I
going to
love
take
doing
for
that too, Trey,
go?
because people love
I
to doubt. You know what I'm saying? You love
I
to
know.
show and
Or
prove.
the
You know what I'm saying?
haters. And trust, you're only getting haters or doubters if you're freaking doing something. And that is my validation to go harder because and trust me, another day in the room, some crazy person back channeled me and told me to shut my ugly old ass up. And I just laughed. I laughed, yes, on Clubhouse all the time. But I'm
Yo,
not
that's
going to
crazy.
stop being
Trey, that's
bold.
crazy right now. He's crazy. Whoever
I
that was
know.
is banned
Trey,
from
who
X.
said that?
Nick,
Who
he's
said
banned
that?
from XP, bro.
Oh, I don't know. I just blocked him and deleted it. And I rolled on because I could either give him energy or I could give that energy or I could go back to my belief and perception that if I wasn't doing something so big and bold, then I wouldn't be causing people discomfort. I would not be disrupting their patterns so much that they want to talk crap to me. Yes, I'm doing my job because in the end, that person is still thinking about what I said. I guarantee you. And in the end, if it's going to cause change, I'm all for it. So be bold, be freaking confident, and be confident about what you love. I love what I do. Stack loves what he does. Nick loves what he does. Jay loves what they do. So that's where it comes, you guys. I'm sure this rain's coming down so hard. So I'm going to toss up the mic. I am
Facts.
loving you guys, sending you
You know what I want
so
to talk about
much
too?
confidence.
Being bold and confidence. Yo, Nick, talk about that the interview, bro, you had up at the station, bro, where you came up from by, bro. Talk about the interview you had up there with Fire. Talk about that real quick, bro, about that motivating, having the confidence to go up there because a lot of people not even ready for, you know, the next level, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be built for. So, yo, Nick, talk about that real quick, bro. You know what it is. Let's get it in.
I appreciate that, bro. But man, look, real quick, man, before I even decided to think about that, I gotta give credit to Stack, man, because I wouldn't have had that interview if he definitely would have put me on. And I'm quick to give people their flowers, man. Stack, I know you don't want to receive them, bro, but without you putting us together and just having that collaboration, bro, that would have never happened, man. So I met Stack for the first time at that radio station when he had his interview, and I got to meet Phoenix Fire as well, and it was just beautiful, man. That's why we always talk about collaboration, right? When I first met Stack, he was exactly like he is in real life. And that's the best kind of relationship you can take off social media is get to meet people in real life. And for me, that's who is exactly who I want to surround myself with. Like I talked about that in the interview. Like surround yourself with the right people. You should never have to question yourself around your circle. If you have to question yourself around your circle, they are not your people. If you have to question where you stand, how you operate, how you move, what your intentions are, those aren't your people. I reevaluate my circle every 3 to 6 months, and that plays in the confidence factor. Believe it or not, that plays a huge pivotal part in the confidence factor. So many people give so many of their people the benefit of the doubt. They keep letting them disrespect them, walk all over them. Shame on you. Shame on you for that. You can't let people abuse you and not celebrate you all the time. Doesn't matter if you're doing good or bad. Doesn't matter if you work a 9 to 5. Doesn't matter if you're painting balloons. Your circle should be celebrating you all the time. And if they don't, if they tolerate your presence, if they make you feel less than for expressing how you feel and sharing your big dreams and moments with them, they're not your people at all. That's something I've always alluded to. I keep genuine people around me. I keep people around me that want to put themselves in uncomfortable positions all the time. It sounds good, like we want to be successful. It sounds good, like we want to achieve all these big things. It sounds good. It's just pillow talk. It's just empty words. And words will always show why they mean nothing if there's no action to follow it. That's the confidence. If you're a confident person, you don't listen. If you're a confident person, and I'm about to wake something up right here. If you're a confident person, you don't have to talk about being confident. You don't have to talk about being successful. You don't have to talk about making things happen. If you're a confident person, your actions already show that. Your actions already show that you're about what you say. If your actions show you and show others what you're about, you don't got to sit here and talk to 1,000 people and explain to them how great you are. If they can't see that within themselves, that's their loss. That's their fault. I'm at a space in my life where I'm not explaining shit to nobody. I don't care who you are. My work speaks for itself. My energy, my presence, my value It speaks for itself. I don't have to explain nothing to anybody, because literally how I look at it in my life now, I used to always have to prove to people how real I was, how genuine I was, how compassionate I was, how motivating I was. If you don't get that feel from me already, then I can't keep explaining myself. I'm not going to exhaust myself beating a dead horse. And that's part of the confidence aspect. Because if you're a confident person, you don't got to explain yourself to nobody. They'll just get it right off the rip. They'll see it right off your energy. They'll see it on the way you carry yourself. They will see how the way you handle business, how you handle personal. They'll see how you handle everything, good, bad, ugly, and different. They'll see all of that. Stack, you know exactly what I'm talking about, bro. We don't even have to go too deep into it. You know
Oh,
exactly what I'm
let's
talking about.
go. Look, Nick's in here firing it up. If you guys enjoy the content, what we got going on, throw some damn fire emojis in the chat. We're in the XP and Mentor, how to have more confidence in life. We're in a mindset room. Make sure you buckle up and put your mindset on, right? Make sure you guys are visiting everything we got going on, diggably.io. Y'all hear what's going on over here, right? Jay, what's that? What's that, Jay?
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Hey, I tell
Yo,
you, we're
Robert,
gonna do
what's
a
that?
special club. What?
What's that, Robert?
Well, I'm going to tell you what's happening, man. In 2 hours, at 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific, we're going to do a special clubhouse room. Jay and I are going to be doing it about automation and funnels. Okay, because again, we're just pounding it out because we are automating every day. We got another funnel building out right now for something different we've got going on. And it is so important that you have automation in your business to optimize your business, to become more effective, more efficient. You're going to get more leads. You use somebody like Stack with a Pack to get more eyeballs on that lead capture page, that lead magnet. You're going to get all those eyeballs. Then you're going to have people responding. Now you're going to have their contact information. Well, that's great. You do that through automation. But then what do you do if you're not automated? How do you handle hundreds? I mean, Trey has already said she's got hundreds of new contacts based upon the funnels that she's created. Well, that's why you need automation also to start to curate relationships. You start dripping on them with an email and text marketing campaign. So that's why we created Diggably.io. In a nutshell, we created it because there wasn't anything out there that we were feeling really good about using. Things are $100, $150 a month, and that's no issue. But the problem was, we were using one called Kartra, and we were spending over $500 a month to get it to do what we wanted it to because there was nothing, there were limitations to it. We had to buy extra platforms and special add-ons. It's almost like you buy a car without a front seat and a driver's wheel. If you don't have that, yeah, it's a car, but it's not really operable for you. It's not going to get you where you want to go. And that's what was happening with us. So we built this out to be $89 a month and everything unlimited. Unlimited web pages, unlimited lead capture pages, unlimited products, unlimited services, unlimited contacts, unlimited funnels, emails, texts, unlimited team members that can be having access to your platform, unlimited membership sites if you're selling subscriptions and people are doing things that are on subscription based, unlimited membership sites, up to 9 payment integrations. So I don't even know if there are more than 9, but the bottom line is you got 9 in there. You can have your own phone line for 77 cents a month. If you got your own, just port it right in. But if you want one that's new, that isn't, maybe your personal line, 77 cents a month. So we've just made it real accessible, real affordable. Okay, we've got over, probably 140 people on the platform now. Things are rocking. People are now getting their funnels up and they're starting to have success. Only 1.5% of all businesses with websites are using funnels, using automation. I mean, it's ridiculous. But the big boys are. I came from that background as a senior vice president of Pepsi. I came from that background owning an advertising agency for a decade. Because we had the money to do it. Pepsi obviously is billions of dollars, and the agency, well, we were charging our clients who had hundreds of thousands and sometimes millions of dollars. So we knew how to do that. Well, now we've made this accessible to the solopreneur, the smaller, mid-sized entrepreneur, small, mid-sized business. Why shouldn't everybody have the ability to do what the big boys are doing? And while it's still silence in the marketplace with only 1.5% of the people taking advantage of it, you can take advantage of it and start to crush it. You're going to get a market increase in your leads, and everybody needs more of those, but then you're going to be able to automatically start dripping on them to turn them into customers. And that's what Diggably.io is all about, Diggably.io. We got 3 packages right now. One is it's a 3-month package, so it's 3 months times $89. That's $267. We have one that is 6 months, which you get over 10% off. And the other is an annual, the best deal where you pay for 10 months, you get 2 free months. You are grandfathered at any of those prices for the balance of your subscription. So you get the lowest price in the marketplace plus a discount. And everything's unlimited now. And even when we change that, maybe we have 2 tiers, one's limited, one isn't. You're in now, you'll be unlimited forever. And as we continue to grow the platform, anything else that goes in will just be gratis. It'll be free, no additional costs. If you do the 3 or 6 month right now, I meet with you on a Zoom to talk strategically about how to be able to help you to get more leads and create more customers from those leads. You do the annual, Jay and I get on a Zoom. He's got a strategic business blueprint. It's valued at $5,000, and we have video after video of people saying after they've done this, man, this is worth $5,000 plus. We charge $1,500 for it, but it's free when you do the annual. And what we do is we completely dial in your lead capture page with your lead magnet. You're going to have that. You're going to have a sales page, an upsell sales page. You're going to have a 3-month social media campaign, and then a 1-year, full year email and text email drip campaign. So you will have everything that's necessary to do your first campaign. Jay is an expert prompt engineer on ChatGPT. It blows me away every time I see it. And you're going to get a Word document afterwards of everything that you saw happen on the screen. So you'll have that to copy and paste. And then your next campaign, you want to market instead of X product, Y product, or X service, Y service, you just change the terminology of exactly what you're marketing, but you prompt the exact same way that we already showed you, and you're going to have just as strong a program again. So you can just create funnel after funnel. Our goal in our businesses with MYB Publishing and Vibra 360 and Confidence Tones and XP Mentor and Vibra and now obviously Digably, as well as we're going to be launching a social media management automation program called Socialocity. That's going to be launching this week. We're going to have 50 funnels by the end of this year for our businesses. So that's the direction we're going in, because that is what is building business now. And as part of the XP Mentor platform and collaboration, we're saying, hey, everybody else needs to be doing this because this is what rocks. So we've created this platform. You have direct access to us. If anybody's got any questions, you can ask me. If you want to back channel me, get a hold of me. We can get on a Zoom, hop on a Zoom or a call. Happy to talk to you specifically about your business, because we want to help entrepreneurs level up. And we believe, well, first we believe, and we're so confident because we know automation is the way to go. You got to do it. So thanks for your time and listening right now. A couple hours from now, we're going to be back in the XP Mentor room, just doing a jam session for like an hour. And it's really going to be specifically, come back in if you got questions. Like, hey, I got this business and I'm trying to do this. You know, how can you help me? You know, or, you know what, I don't even understand. What the hell's a funnel? I know what a funnel is in the kitchen, but what is it in business? Okay, come in and ask those questions. You know, let us see what you've got. You know, because if you got funnels, hey, we'll help promote you. If you're not on Digably, that's okay. Just use funnels. Use automation. I'm so proud of anybody that's using today's technology. Nick was talking about it yesterday. To be more effective and efficient, optimize your business. You've got to be automated. If you're not, you're in the fight with one hand tied behind your back, fighting with people that have got two hands. All right. Any questions from anybody? If not, I'm throwing up the mic. Or I'll keep talking. Who else is going to grab this microphone?
I'm gonna catch this
Great.
mic right now because this is there was so much to be uh you gotta let this set proper because that was so much that was so much for people to get how much businesses are made behind the scene. But the thing is, if you want to learn, you want to surround yourself with those who made it. And obviously, you and Jane, everyone in this XP Mentor crew has been doing something amazing, and we're leveling up. And I'm so excited about socialocity because I will give you guys a sneak peek behind the scene because I've been seeing this. It's gonna be all your social media city in there. So sorry, Robert. Sorry, Jay. I'm telling secrets, but
Hey,
Robert got me
it won't
fired
be a
up.
secret for long. And it just
Ooh.
proves the point that we believe in automation so much. We're building this for us. Think about it. You make one post, it goes out to everything. And you have all the analytics, on one dashboard. Martin Pratt was asking me today, because will all the will all the analytics be there just on one dash? Absolutely. So you won't have to bounce around. It's going to make us more effective, more efficient, and you're going to be automated. You're going to be dripping on people constantly. Your business is going to explode. I'm excited.
Drip when I walk through. I don't think nobody got this thing. Y'all didn't get that one?
What was that?
Yeah, you don't know
I'm
that song?
trying to understand.
I totally
All right,
Is
caught
that,
that. I
can
think
you
that
drip
that
it?
is on my good
Can
morning
you
Who
drip
playlist,
it?
caught it?
sir.
Rebecca, did you catch it? Chanel,
I
did you catch it?
think I
Chanel
got
caught it.
fans on my head. Get them off. Ooh.
Drip when I walk through. I mean, we got to come out with a song like that. So we're gonna put drip.
Hey.
Chanel, like we're gonna have a whole advertising campaign. Goes drip when we walk through. Come on now. We talking about automations. We talking about attitudes. We talking about what? How to have more confidence in life. Y'all know what I'm doing right now? While y'all are talking, I'm listening and I'm building out funnels and automation right now. Like that's all I do primarily right now, probably for the next 2 months. As far as overseeing the companies as a CEO, founder of these companies, I oversee. But literally with the team, I just sit there, let them do what they got to do. But I tell everybody, I'm over here kicking out unbelievable content. Robert, I can't wait for you to see the video, Robert. Have you seen the video yet that I just did on
Hell yeah.
voiceover?
I broke into it once I saw it somewhere else. Yep, I got into YouTube. It's
What you think,
smoking.
Robert? It's
It's
smoking, man.
smoking.
You know, that script is off the charts. I mean, that's that to be able to get people to understand. That's why I want everybody to watch that video so that y'all understand the psychology and what's been going on with you if you're not like converting a lot of sales. I'm going to help you master that. So if you're interested, make sure you go over and check the chat. Robert, maybe drop that YouTube link in the chat so people can watch that video. It's about an 8.5 minute video of just lethal. We could have made that video in 2 to 3 minutes, but it would not have drove home the point that's needed when it comes to sales psychology, closing, emotional intelligence in sales, being able to be strong, knowing how to handle objections, never getting off your point, having the right posture, knowing how to close. All right, look, who else wants to have more confidence in life? Like, is anybody here on the stage right now? Do you struggle with confidence? Is there anybody that struggles with it? Is there anybody here that gets frustrated and you find yourself maybe having multiple, like, kind of like off days? Is there anybody like that? Because if you're like that, I got some tips for you. Y'all let me know. Other than that, I'm throwing the mic back up.
We need it. We need it. I need it, Jay. I might be not struggling so much. I'm struggling, but as it's levels, of course. We all need to be reaching the next level of ourselves. So if nobody needs it, guys, I need it. I need it. If you're around Jay Nolan, guys, and you're not listening to him, what are you doing? What are you doing? I need it.
I'm with you, Iman.
So am
All right.
I.
What y'all want? What y'all want, Andrew?
I
What y'all want, Doc?
what did
What
I
y'all want?
want, Jay? What did I want? Do you
What did
remember?
I
What
want?
did
What do y'all
I
want? So
want?
what y'all want? What y'all
I
looking for?
want it.
I want to know what y'all are looking for. What is it that you need the most help with this subject? Like this has been my life for almost 28 years. I learned November 13th, 1995. Maybe that's why a lot of folks don't have that nailed down yet. They don't have their date marked when everything changed and they were never the same. I was never the same since November 13th, 1995. I'm still on the same high. It's like, damn, this thing does not stop. It just continues to rise. So what y'all need help with?
I need help with the moments when you think, when everything comes back against you, and you sit in the corner and try to tell yourself time and time again that this too shall pass, and I did it before, and I'm gonna do it again. I just need to get back and have my mom, uh actually not my mom, my grandmother's hand, when she just hold my hand, and um I fall down and up again and stand up again, and I need that much more nowadays. I know that I'm surrounded with love and care and support, and that's why I'm here. And I know that I did it. I did it before, and I'm still alive, and I can do it again, regardless how hard it is. I know I'm stronger now, but those times can break you or can build you. So I'm trying to keep my eye open, just to not let myself be broken again. So um that's what I really want. And I know that I sound so vulnerable, but it's the truth, and I
But you
don't
got to
care about
say
it.
it. You got to
Yeah,
convey it in a sentence. Like if you convey it in a paragraph, you're going to go
in a
past the help.
sentence. Now, in a sentence, I need to be to hold somebody's hand, stand up again. That's it.
Now, why do you feel like you need to hold somebody else's hand to stand up again? Can you not stand up?
That's no, I can stand up, but I need to push myself. I need some
But you said that
push,
you can stand
because
up.
I can stand up, and that's why I'm here.
But my
I'm
question
telling
is,
everybody.
hold
Yeah,
on. You're asking me, so you got to let me respond, and you got to quiet your mind a little bit because you want help, but your mind, I don't know if you ever watched any of those
racing.
the martial
You're
arts
right.
movies,
Yes,
right?
my
In the
mind is
martial arts
racing.
movies, it says you gotta slow your mind. You gotta slow your mind down. You gotta speak to your mind. You're acting as if you can't talk to your mind. Now, the reason you're acting like you can't talk to your mind is because you're only dealing on the conscious and the subconscious level. But there's a higher level than conscious and subconscious, and it's called awareness. Awareness, I want you to picture this physically. Picture the front of your brain, picture the back of your brain. So picture front, conscious mind. I want you to picture back, subconscious mind. And then I want you to picture this powerhouse ball of energy up above your head. It's not touching your head. So just close your eyes and picture that there's a ball of energy up above your head. And that energy is awareness. So the awareness is looking at your conscious and your subconscious. And so the awareness dictates how this is all going to happen. So if you say I can't stand up or I need help or this or that, then you're not tapped into your awareness. Your awareness will tell you all things are possible. Your awareness will tell you this is how I want you to think. You see, I got my awareness ball of energy up here saying to me, this is how you to think. So you really can act as if it's a third person that has full power. You actually can act as if it was the creator of all that's up above you. Because guess what? It is. There's a thinking stuff from which all things are made, which in its original state it permeates, penetrates, fills the inner spaces of the universe. A thought held in this substance up there in the awareness. So I got it held in the awareness. A thought in awareness produces a thing that is imagined by the thought. So I literally can tell myself, ooh, I can have my awareness tell me what to do. It's like you ever heard of an out of body experience? So that's where you roll. And so once you tell your awareness, and how do you tell your awareness? We have to become aware that it's there. It's always there. And most people walk around and they never acknowledge their awareness. And so I want you all to stop giving up control and get control back by tapping into your awareness. Have your awareness tell your brain how to think. Tell you, watch this. Awareness. Tell my brain, and I want you to specifically tell my subconscious mind that the only time there is now. All right. I just told myself the only time there is now. All right. You are not to put any emotion, Jay, in looking about things that happened already. There's no emotion you can put into it. It was just an experience only for learning purposes, no emotional attachments to it, good or bad. This is how you really get control. Because, see, most people can't handle looking back to even look at the good stuff because they easily slip into the bad stuff. So I tell folks, don't go back and give any emotion, good or bad, only learning experiences. That's it. Act like you're an instructor and you've been paid a significant amount of money. Say you've been paid $1 million to give instructions without emotions. And if you don't give instructions without emotions, you lose all your money. Well, guess how focused you'd be if I paid you $1 million and we attached you to an emotion machine. And if that emotion picked up any slight sense of emotion of anything you look back at, then the $1 million immediately was wiped out of your account. Y'all know how focused you'd be on awareness then? You'd be like, look, I have to stay here because I can't afford not to stay in this state. Can't afford not to stay in this state. I'll lose this money. And so to you, money is everything because it took money to get you to really focus. And until you remove yourself from money being everything, and then you put more value on your eternal being, you're never ever going to get to experience true happiness. So I look back and I give no emotion, good or bad. I'm just observing right now. I'm going back 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years ago. I'm going back, right? Like, for example, my dad shot himself when I was 7 and I was close by. And he did it in front of my mother and I was close by. Okay? Now, I learned to give that no emotion. Can y'all believe that? Now, it took me a process, and I'm going to tell you how I did it. I ultimately won is I did brainwave entrainment. That's how I ultimately won. That's why we have confidence tones, because I created it for me. And it helped solve all this. I went through 21 days of confidence tones, and everything changed for me. And I learned to remove the awareness. So somebody, maybe Robert, you could put confidence tones at the top because somebody really is feeling what I'm saying right now. I can feel it in my spirit. So if you go to confidencetones.com, I want you to go buy the foundation program, right? I want you to go buy it. It's normally 240 some bucks. You can get it for $97 right now, and it's the best $97 you'll spend in your life. But you're gonna go through a 21-day process, and if you go through it the way I went through it, I guarantee you're gonna stop feeling bad about your past experiences, or I'll give you your money back. I guarantee it. We've not had one person. That's amazing, Robert. Not one person, fam, in 3 years that's asked for their money back from that program. That's how powerful it is. So I'm going to be talking more and more about that, how it works. It's just a trip. Go on and read the page. We explain to you how it works, but you weren't trained this stuff. So that should have helped you, Eamon. And it's not a lot of talk about it. The intellectual like yourself, they love to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and think and think and think and think and think about it. Guess what? Sometimes you just got to sit still and it just is. That's why the creator says, I am. Haya Asha Haya. Hebrew words. Haya Asha Haya. I am that I am. I am that. What does that mean? I am that. So y'all should be moving into your I am. I am that. We're creating his image. So go into the I am. I am that. What that? Whatever that you need me to be. I am that. You need me to have more confidence? I am that. You need me to have no fear? I am that. You need me to be courageous? I am that. You need me to be a conqueror? I am that. You need me to be a warrior? I am that. See? Just move it to I am. All this stuff is simple. You got to quiet your mind. You got to get into awareness, and you got to accept who you are. That's your choice, though. The beautiful thing about this earth and us as human beings, we got choice. And that's the greatest form of love you could ever give. That's really the greatest form of love that the Creator gave us. Gave us choice. You get to choose this. Do you choose to be free or do you choose to be enslaved? Every bit of it is a matter of your awareness. All right, hopefully that helps you out, Amy. Who else needs some help? Y'all don't usually hear me going this deep.
100%, Jay. I swear that's the only way things work is once you decide. You have to decide, you have to declare repeatedly. You have to. It's all in what you decide. And if you decide anything else, it's that's what you're going to, or if you are wishy-washy, or if you are not clear, let me tell you, you're going to get a lot of unclarity. So, I'm all the way up in the Science of Getting Rich Mastery course, dude. I know you have taught me to even capture my thoughts even more than I was. Like, I know I was a great creator and manifester, but not with consistency. And so now, even now, I still keep continuing to attract now the people helping me heal, helping me get the wisdom. And now, even with your coffee, with your supplements, all of these different things, and with Micah and his stem cell replacement, and you're aligned with all of these people, it's like the magic will keep coming because I declare all day, every day, repeatedly, with excitement, with 100% confidence, unwavering, that that's what's going to happen. I will get my 100% healing. I will have every muscle working again. I will continue to attract the people who are creating the ways for me to get this. I will attract the people doing the things, being the people, being the troubleshooting, problem solving people who are going to do it naturally, organically, in a healthy way, right? Because I am clear that I don't want no chemo like the other people. I heard so many people declare what they wanted and trust and believe. Once you declare it and give no room for anything else, promise that's what's going to happen. This is Trey Urban, you guys. I hope you are enjoying this room. Throw some fire in the chat for Jay Nolan, for Stack with the Pack. Keep sharing out this room. Ping in your friends. Join the family. We'd love to have you. I'm tossing it back.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yes,
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 we
Raquel,
hear
go
you,
ahead,
dear.
Mama.
Okay, so I want to say something. What Jake just said. Um, it's important for me to actually change that mindset because 2 weeks ago when I was breaking down, and I really want to keep moving forward instead of having it ranked on me. And the reason for that is because I still deal with anxiety attacks. It always happens randomly. You'd think that it would go away, but it wouldn't. It's been the past 5 years. My husband died from cancer. He battled cancer for the last 4 years of his life. I watched him die. I was right next to him. I've never seen anyone die the way he did. It still bothers me. So when I wake up, I have this tiny attack happening, and the first thing that came to my mind was how he died. And I automatically tell myself to think happy thoughts. It works. Sometimes it takes a little bit more time. So I'm really looking forward to Jake's email because I really believe that it will help me to reprogram my mind so that I don't always have to deal with it. And the other thing is I was dealing with the emptiness when my husband died. It's like everything I have built went with him. It's like it's all gone. It's like all my future just went blank. I struggled with it for a long time, and I'm like, I'm done. I don't want to deal with it. I want to change the way I think, change the way I feel, change the way I live my life. I can't do that. Things don't attack will become overnight, automatically. No, it takes time yet. But I truly believe that if I reprogram my mind, it'll be a lot better. I'll feel a lot better. And my future will be a lot more brighter. And with the financial implication I'm going through, it has a lot to do with that too. Like Jay just mentioned, yeah, it's a lot to do with that. So I really want to get like a head start and change the way I do things. It's important to me because I really want to like not just take control of my life, but to be able to go with the flow effortlessly without having to struggle, without having to have the wind pull me down. So that really is my goal to make the change. That's why I keep showing up here in this room. It's really important that you do something for you because it's how you really show you love yourself. It's the many ways that you do things for yourself. You know, healing practice is ongoing. It never ends. No matter how many times you try it, it's always going to be ongoing. And the more you heal, you're going to see something else coming up, and then you're going to have to deal with something else to come up with new solutions to a new problem. That's always going to happen, of course, because when you start small, you have bigger ones coming up, and that just means that you are more prepared, you are more aware, you are more alert, and you're able to take them on without having to like shove it under the rug, without having to run away from it. That's what I have been doing because I was suppressing that emotion. I don't really want to do that anymore. I'm just, facing it head on and, be a lot more stronger. I keep walking, I keep standing, I keep running, I keep doing, just doing without actually ever having to deal with it. It's always important to me to make that change. So, Jay, thank you so much for that. And, man, what you just right, that's exactly how I feel 2 weeks ago when I broke down on the platform. I feel like everything was stuck in against me. Like it all weighing me down, like it put me in the corner. When I realized that I have to work on it instead of putting it on everyone else. So, yeah, thank you for that. It helped to see perspective from everyone else, even though we have different situations, but these feelings, the feeling, the thought, yeah, it's very similar. So I love you all.
That's just awesome, man. For her to be that bold, I want y'all to think about it. She's been hearing impaired, can't hear. I want to make sure you understand that. So she's relying on a machine. While we're talking, it's typing out to her the words we're saying. So she's speaking out of her heart and just being brave enough to be able to go for a lot of folks that have hearing impairments. They don't come out and speak because they can't hear themselves talk. And so that's why it's important to have people like Raquel that leads by example. So one thing I would do for you, Raquel, I would just tap into that power, that breakthrough, because you having that courage to just come in on a stage and talk like that. That goes to tell you there's unlimited power available for you. So I'd love for you to be able to continue to tap into that. And the staff is connecting you with your free gift, the Science of Getting Rich Mastery course. You'll have that today. I just did a reminder message, so you'll start to see that coming in today. So with that, I'm just gonna throw the mic up. Who else is coming in? I don't know if Stack how much longer he wants to keep the room going, but I think we're in a wind down. Let's go.
Let's go.
Can you hear guys? Can you hear me, guys?
We got you.
So first things first. Thank you everybody for coming up here and sharing. your testimony, what you're going to do, what you haven't done, what you will do, and what you no longer do. You decided to make a choice. You decided to walk into what it is that you're meant to do and not allow anything, anyone, at any place, or at any time to stray you from your path. You walked away from someone trying to take you off your path because you knew what the truth was and you had the confidence to walk away. How did you gain it? By losing over and over and over again until you finally said no more. You stood up for what you knew was right by going through pain and suffering. You took control over people, places, and things, and you turned it into health, wealth, and growth. And now you brought yourself to an even higher level in life because you decided, again, to do it, to move into it, to get yourself out of poverty, to get yourself out of a sick place in your mind, out of an ill feeling in your heart, and into a real reason of purpose. And you're doing things now that you never thought you could do because you did it. You put in the work, you put in the time, and you put in the effort. And I want to thank it and appreciate everybody here who's doing that and who will continue to do that and who will let nothing come against them to prosper. Because you have everything it takes inside of you. We are who we think we will be. I'm sorry. We will be who we think we are, who we want to be, until we don't know. And then we do know. Validate, invalidate, check it off, exit out, and keep moving forward, and don't ever look back. Be confident you will get it right. And if you don't know, then you ask. Be humble. Be appreciative, and be grateful. Get it, and you will receive in. It's a squirrel.
Hey, it's Robert coming back in. Sorry, I was on the other side saying a message. Hey, take a look at the link up at the top right now. That is the special Clubhouse Jam session that we're going to be doing XP Mentor style in about 2 hours, actually an hour and a half now. We're just going to be cranking for like an hour to bring your questions. If you've got questions about automation and funnel, if you don't have questions, you want to just listen and learn, or bring your experience of what you've been doing. Okay, because we just want to get into this. As you heard Jay talking, he is all over automating. We are all over. Jay just sent me a funny message. We are all over automating our business. That's why we're building these. That's why we're going to start social media next. You're just going to watch what we're doing, and you can follow it, and that's going to be great. And we want to help all of you to have that same success. So join us in about an hour and a half. We're going to crank it up. Go ahead and RSVP on that link right now so you'll get a reminder. Throwing up the microphone as we're continuing this room. Let's go. Or we'll start to wind it down.
Now we're winding down. We're gonna be done now. Any outtakes?
Hey, XP fam. Can you guys hear me?
What you doing?
Mic check, 1 2 1
Where
2.
you at?
Yes,
I,
we're listening to you.
I am in the grocery store, right? So I'm always looking for a way to tie this into the thing and the topic. And I love y'all. That's just number one. Everyone do this with me. Take a deep breath in.
Take a deep breath, everybody.
Hold it. Release. Just feel worry, doubt, fear leaving your body. Continue to do that as many times as you need to recenter. As we honor the breath as a form of healing that is available in the moment. You know, Jay, as you mentioned something, you know, people who like to think can just think and think and think and think and think, over process things, you know, it's so simple. You know, healing is so simple. Confidence is simple. It's something we get to earn by showing up for ourselves, by proving that we actually have faith, by proving that miracles exist, by proving that there is a higher power, by proving we can do anything. And I thank you, XP mentors, for being those lights to continue to prove that we can do anything. and we put our mind to it. So you guys are watching them build something. Like Robert, what he really want to say is you could watch us, right? You can watch us flex on you. You might want to join the movement now, right? Because they're used to building these great things, right? And we all look around us and we see people doing great things and we feel like we don't have those resources, right? I'm in the grocery store. Life is what you order. Life is what you desire. Some of us are walking in the grocery store feeling mild and meek and timid and like we just can't take too much and we just want to get just enough and make sure everything's just okay. And then we're fearful to go down certain aisles because we never heard about them. We don't really know, right? And it's like we have everything accessible at our fingertips. And confidence is knowing who you are and whose you are. It's your spiritual center. It's your stepping into spiritual maturity, trusting spirit over illusion. And illusion is what you see with your eyes. Illusions are the experiences that you've experienced that emotionally are hijacking your body, which is why you need the confidence tones. It's not just about you meditating, it's about you sitting and listening to something vibrationally that is healing and restructuring your DNA, whether you see it or not. So gaining confidence and having confidence is all about being willing to be more self-aware than you are right now, so that you're not beating yourself up, you're not reliving old experiences, and you're finding a way to look at every little thing. You know, people say be realistic. Don't be realistic, be spiritualistic, and say, how can I look at this spiritually so that I come out of these situations with confidence and not low self-esteem and not beating myself up and not a deep sadness and grief that I just live with for the rest of my life, because there is a light at the end of every single tunnel. And our stories get to be testimonies if we let them. So I want to end it by saying, take a deep breath in again, breathing in faith, deep breath out, breathing out love. And then I want everyone to take your hand and put it over your heart as I'm in the middle of the grocery store doing this. So this is how you know I'm rocking with y'all. And say this with me. Say, I really, really love myself. And take a deep breath in, breathe it out. Say, I really, really trust myself. Take a deep breath in, breathe it out. Take a deep breath in again. Hold that breath and release. And then lastly, say, I really, really forgive myself. Forgive yourself for beating yourself up. Forgive yourself for not always being confident. Forgive yourself for doubting yourself. Because whatever you see in the world, it really is what exists within you. And when you live in faith, miracles have to happen. They are compelled to gravitate towards you. And we all can live in this space. The question is, how willing are you to let go of people, places, and things and thoughts within yourself, stories you continue to tell yourself that are not helping you, they're hurting you, and you feel this hurt every time you talk about it, and you get into emotion opposed to wisdom. So ask yourself, how willing are you? How willing are you? How daring are you? How courageous are you? How much do you love yourself enough to get rid of and let go of anything or anyone or anything within you that may be holding you back? So let's just inhale that in one more time, breathing in so much faith, knowing that our potential is bigger than our problems, quote unquote. Take a deep breath in, breathing in faith, a deep breath out, breathing out miracles. I love you all so much. This is Ebony, and I am landing my plane. Ashe.
That's strong. Thank you, Ebony. Hey, listen, anybody have any outtakes before we're going to wrap up? Because we're going to wrap up because we're going to be back in another hour and a half for a quick jam session. Anybody on the stage, any moderators have an outtake? If not, go on once, go on twice, go on 3 times. All right. Well, then on 3, open up your mics and let's all say goodbye. And we'll see you back in an hour and a half. 1, 2, 3. Goodbye.
Ciao.
Hit that
Goodbye.
link at the top.
See ya, see ya.